but me no ka say de ade say ekonkon ho kakra na nyame ya tuma emresim ye de honsem enso ebebro ama wahunu sedia enkomo no esifa etie onim se English Premier League no se no ase ho enso ehuru pa Aston Villa, Watford ena fe Bournemouth omiensa aka se hwan ena ekwakoka Norwich City ho omiensa ne de obia betimi afri Norwich de odene de ekodida na Aston Villa 34 points, Watford 34 points, AFC Bournemouth 31 points. Nese omono saying enabeko after eneno yebedi hu komo na fe ya hwese saying ene normal so eko enso ohoroma yedini nyina ene nsemiaka ene abobo ano a yede ebro ene anopay live ewo Asempa 94.7 FM ene anopay enti bomade se oba join here on Facebook. Join here on Facebook at Asempa 94.7 FM. Oko Facebook na onso ododie etime ede abo awram na fe wa share sebe ya onuan so ebetime enye bi na no pay wono so ahye ehunu enkoma odo a eno so etweguo midin ede Cobblestone okomankra bako amaka ensiroja adura enyon ana no pay maginema mede enkoma hodo ni nyina so mede ebro ye be hyase na fe ye de enkoma eba so nyina so no ye de honsem ede abro ahaya Asempa 94.7 FM so ena wasugu so a utie no.
I'll kill him if he decides to fight as a boxer.
But you are a boxer.
No, forget it. We shouldn't talk. I will not even allow my friend to be a boxer. That's why I told you it's too tough to jealous somebody who is a boxer.
Why wouldn't you do that?
Boxing is natural. There is no artificial. Everything you see in the ring is natural. Sometimes we the boxers, what we face in the ring, sometimes we feel the punches are too much. So now we feel like this is enough. But because you have to be a man, you still have to go. Boxing is too much of a work. It's a natural. Do you love yourself? Yes. You love yourself. That they punch you, getting swollen, getting cuts. You think it's a funny?
Asempa FM.
It's something maybe I learned when I was a kid, but it's not a joke.
Eti nyame ya tuma adwuma bienu a eda form sa enti no yebekom na yede honsem nyina so ede abro mayen hyase emfemfiri eye Syria animo Italy na matches no still na no ebi wom achese nei san atoa so de nene pa na ohwe efiada no eye AC Milan ne Atlanta game no eno etimi ko wie 1-1 ema yede honsem bebrebe ena de abro enti ya na wahye ne so ede amame enrada matches etotwa eno so nkomo no yede bi abro na mum maminsa ensi studio enfama se Brescia womo tenafie ema pama kwose omeka mienu a womo timi atimu paako Genoa so tenafie Inter Milan ekwose omeka miensa ema womo so entimi antibi ena fe eye Napoli ene Sassuolo game no mepacho eno so 2-0 ene ko edma the home side eno eye SSC Napoli obra samachi no so no etimi etodwa yakum ne yahwe ene 26th July 2020 matches outwa eno so ebetimi atodwa Bologna ene Lecce ena womo ede erentam so na fe AS Roma enso ene Fiorentina womo etimi ede apoene Hellas Verona ene Lazio game no me pacho eno so ebeba so de nene pa na fe Spa ene Torino womo so etimi ede arentam so Cagliari etine fie womo ne Udinese ena nyame atuma womo etimi ede apoene na fe the old ladies of Syria na se Juve womo so etine fie atunsa ede afre Sampdoria no mo so etimi ede apoene na se wemo ene matches outdoor ebetimi atodwa achese mede eno so nkomo mede ejao ene anopay na onso wohunu sedia enoma esifa etie ukom na hwesede a onim se ene Juve nanu ada wotena ho ema Udinese ebo ne kamienu ema ne timu baako ene sen ena wode ewura game ne mo enso eho kamia ise the last a year 5 matches Juventus womo abono kra no kamia ise emumienu wɔn elusu ɛna wɔn abɔ emu mmienu nso no wɔn akɔ atipenkro na ɛsɛ emu baako pɛ ɛna wɔn etime awini against ɛyɛ Lazio wɔbɛka ne pa wɔn hyɛ wɔn ɛka mmienu ɛma wɔn ti mu baako no wɔn ɛne matches ahodoɔ a wɔn nso etime abɔ akyɛ sɛ ɛyɛ Inter wɔn nso edi wɔn akyi paa de nene akyɛ sɛ wɔhɛ sɛdeɛ Inter nso deɛ no ɛte a the last ɛyɛ 5 matches a wɔabɔ no wɔwini mmiɛnsa ɛna wɔtime adrɔ mmienu ɛwɔ mu na ɛsɛ Inter wɔn nso egyina wɔn nan so paa ɛwɔ sɛdeɛ ɛnɔma esifa ɛkuro mu ntiɛ no ɛyɛ sɛdeɛ ɛnɔma ɛkɔ ɛwɔ Italy hyɛ so a ɛna no pɛɛ mede ɛho nkɔmɔ ɛnso egyaw na nso no wɔhunu sɛdeɛ ɛnhyehyɛ ne nyinaa so no esifa ɛteɛ yɛmmɔ wura mu na afei yɛnkɔhwɛ ɛyɛ sɛdeɛ ɛnɔma ɛteɛ ɛwɔ ɛyɛ England ɛhɔ ɛna ampaya ebedwa ɛnɛ matches ne nyinaa ɛɛba so ne nyinaa no ɛɛba so broni bɛka sɛ simultaneously ɛna mpanimfoɔ ɛhwɛ nim sɛ ne nyinaa ɛbɛtumi ato dwa na wohwɛ ɛnhyehyɛ ahodoɔ a wɔn mu ayɛ so already no cap ne deɛ yɛde ama ɛyɛ Liverpool akyɛ sɛ wohwɛ ɛho ɛyɛ sɛdeɛ ɛkɔɔyɛ ne ɛho hyehyɛ a na ɛfɛ yie paa nyame yɛ atom a ɛno yɛbɛwuram mmerɛ sɛm no afei yɛde ɛno nso nkɔmmɔ ɛde aprɔ baremachi saa ka nyinaa no ɛadeɛ sɛ ɛto dwa ɛnɛ akyɛ sɛ sɛdeɛ America ate wo ho no ɛno ɛba so League Champions wɔn ne ɛyɛ mpokra Newcastle United ɛna wɔn ɛhwɛ nim sɛ wɔn mɛtumi ɛde abɔ ani san so ɛna Manchester City ɛne ɛyɛ Norwich City ɛna wɔn nso ɛbɛtumi de abɔ wei ɛyɛ match baako a ɛno nso ɛmu bɛɛ den paa ɛnso ɛwɔ ne sɛ wei no ɛyɛ mmire ɛna ne ɔyɛ sɛ dɛte a Manchester City wɔn mu ɛkɔ akotuo ɛsan sɛ Norwich no ebi ɔda no nso no otumi sɛ nkranhyɛ bia anim ɛdema no wɔ bra wɔde ewura saa match wei mu na wɔn Leicester City ɛne Manchester United saa match wei emu ɛbɛ den papapapapapapapa onim sɛ still na no top 4 no ɛyɛ adeɛ a emu ehuru ɛwɔ hɔnom na Leicester ɛne ɛyɛ United match no hwan ɛna ɛpere ɛwɔ top 4 ni mu na sɛ de obedi ntwo ɛwɔ mbia no obefiri top 4 ni mu sɛ already no Leicester no ɛda fit position na ɛkɔba sɛ otumi enya win we a ɛde ne bewuram ɛna ebedi nkɔmɔ paa na fe yahwɛ sɛ sɛn ɛna saa match no nso ɛho sɛm esifa ɛteɛ ɛnso ɛhɔnom Everton ɛne AFC Bournemouth ɛna ɛbɔ ɛno nso emu bɛɛten Crystal Palace wɔn ne Tottenham Hotspur ɛde Erin Tam so Chelsea the Blues ɛne Wolverhampton Wanderers ɛna wɔn nso ɛde ɛbɔ ɛne ɛna afei Burnley ɛne Brighton and Hove Albion ɛno nso ɛbɛtumi ato dwa Arsenal the Gunners ɛne Watford ɛnso ɛbɔ na afei Western United ɛne Aston Villa wɔn nso ɛtumi ɛde abɔ ɛne san so ɛna ɛyɛ Southampton ɛnso ɛne Sheffield United wɔn nso ɛtumi ɛde Erin Tam so wei ɛyɛ sɛdeɛ ɛnɔma esifa ɛkɔ ba na memfa nto dwama sɛ Mohamed Salisu a wɔyɛ Ghana ne de hyɛ no onim sɛ Southampton mpanimfoɔ nano ada ɔmoma ne ɛkɔyɛ medicals dendenne paa ɛyɛ nano Thursday ni mu a mene wɔka sɛ deɛ ne ɛsɛ nkɔmmɔ no ɛdu akyire yɛ paa nyame yɛ atom a afe a yɛba abɛhyim no wotum sɛ ɛyadeɛ sɛ Mohamed Salisu ɛnde wɔno ɛbɛtumi akɔsi akan ɛde ama Southampton boboko no from ɛyɛ Revada Dulid na sɛ no ɛyɛ nkɔmmɔ akra ɛtumi ɛpie mu ayɛde ɛno nso wɔn sɛm mede ɛtwam ɛde ama wo na yɛkom no na yɛhwɛ sɛdeɛ top 4 America ate ho de ama sɛ emu ɛden paa emu ɛden papapapapapa ɛnya de ɛda fam kra na yɛbɛkom kakra na afei ɛyɛ coaches no sɛdeɛ wɔn nso ɛde nsɛm kakra ɛto dwa no yɛde ɛho nsɛm ɛde aborɔ EPL no managers a ɛnɛ yi wɔyɛ sɛdeɛ tia ɛnɔɔma ɛkɔ ɛde ɛtia no onim sɛ ɛyɛ Dean Smith wɔn ɛyɛ Aston Villa foɔ wɔn head coach ɛna afei ɛyɛ Hayden Mullins wɔn nso ɛyɛ Watford wɔn deɛ ɔyɛ caretaker ɛna afei Eddie Howe wɔn nso ukoma na ɛsɛ Bournemouth wɔn nso head coach ɛno no na sɛmpɛnfoɔ yi ɛde wɔn nsɛm kakra ato dwa maka wɔn asɛm akyerɛ sɛ relegation no ɛtrɛkyi wɔn yie paa yɛni kan ɛntie wɔn nkɔmɔ a wɔn de ato dwa ɛfa the last game a ɛne ɛba so ɛne sɛdeɛ obia ɛhwɛ anim sɛ ɛbɛtumi akɔ ɛde ama no.
We can control our own destiny, you know, and that's what we wanted to have going into the last game. It was looking unlikely. You know, we end up above the dotted line at the moment, but the most important thing is to be above that dotted line after the match on Sunday, and we know we have to win the football game to guarantee that. So we'll be going all out to win as we have done. The mindset is to play with the same belief and confidence that they have done over the last few weeks. You go and do that, and we can go and get a win at West Ham. But we're also mindful of the fact that West Ham United, although they're safe now and have very little to play for, have been very good. It all comes to one game now. We've had that before. We've been good in the cup competition this year. We got to the League Cup final. We got to the playoff final last year. So, we've got some knowledge and some feeling to how it's all going to be on Sunday. We have to certainly have a few what-if scenarios as well.
Internet, Dean Smith, and they come Aston Villa head coach, and I'll just say, Eddie can edit dear, Eddie Atujano. Na Yankutie and Samoa, a head coach, and as a caretaker, Edema Watford, also Hedy Mullins, Nensama, also Eddie Tuja, answer season Abanewi.
Nothing changes now going into the last game of the season. We still have to get a result, whether it's a draw or a win. So, nothing really changes in that sense. It's just now that it's out of our hands. We know what's in front of us. We're preparing for it, and we're going to try and attack it as best as we know how. We need to be a bit of a threat to their goal. Yeah, definitely. I don't think we can be all-out attack, gung-ho. I think we've got to try and be as balanced as we can. There could be a number of different things happening on Sunday, and I'm sure at 5 minutes the table will look different to the other. Once they cross the line, and the game starts, a lot of the emotion and what's going on outside of the game kind of goes away. There's so much going on the pitch. It's really hard to kind of focus about what might be going on off it. So I think the boys will be tuned in to what's happening on Sunday.
Nese onoso dia wode tuja no enti se no ukoma nese obia ni abrese se de tie bia no ese otime ebo no homoden na enya bibia esunku bia se de ye de hyiase na ahoden na de aboa beduru sabri enti no bibia ni wa sisa na Eddie Howe onoso ukoma na se AFC Bournemouth one head coach no yenti onoso dia wode tuja.
Yeah, I think there's a belief that we can win our game, and I think that is as I said, the only thing that we can control, and that's what we have to do. Now, it's easier said than done. Our away form's not been good, and some games we look back on with huge frustration because we should have got more points than we have. So we've got to win a game of football. We've got to go to Everton and try and do our bit first, and then who knows? And that's where the unpredictability of football. You're hoping that we get a little bit of luck that we need. My commitment to the club has never changed. From day one, I do my best for the club, and that will not change. We go into Sunday, we'll have a sit down at the end of the season, regardless of what happens, and see what happens next.
Enti coaches no miansa ena wache sedia omonso obia cheche mu no disa coaches sabri relegation no threatening one pa Aston Villa, Watford, AFC Bournemouth. Now so far the table now Watford at the 18th position or a year 34 points. AFC Bournemouth at the 19th position or 31 points. NFA a year Norwich on the 21 s on the when ya accorded that. You see no Abegina a year Aston Villa, Watford, Bournemouth. Nese wemu ena abegina omoso so nim say Brighton there ono ewo 38 enti no ono no even omo wa hekura wini no lusu ne match no kra na still na 38 no omo nto no enti ono no wanya ne tia didim nese Aston Villa ene hia se obekọ nanim Watford enso hia se obeji bia ka ho ena fe Bournemouth kra so no ehia se ono so ebeji bia ka ho eti sen ene beko ewo eye Premier League nimo ena wi wo bra wo mo so ehwe etime ede aboani no ehon koma akra ena eba mede eno so eja wo no ye beko awoma no so na afei yedi nkomo mene eye mempanimfo a ye biada ye ne won so edi nkomo no ya toa so ahwese senkra ena noma ebesifa akono na fe yiwia yasan ede ehonsem so ede abro na onso wahunu sedia enhihye no eko ene dia eba esitimi ewuram pa na fe yehwese senkra ene noma esifatie but mamemfa wo enko Turkey Super League nimo na yenhwe enrada matchisa etutuja
Asempa FM
ene sedia enoma so eko eho onim se ho de relegation no omo ese omotom nankasa no omanya adedem deda na ene de ne ye Kasimpasa ene Istanbul eye Basaksehir omo ena omo bebo omacha etwato okra na fi eye ye the season enso etimi abana wiye endra eye go step omo eche Silva Sport eshome kamiensa ema womo timo baako sanso ena eye Jankrebelich enso ene Besiktas eno ekowie 3-0 achese Besiktas ene kodisa enkunim no Konya Sport enso ene Alliance Sport eno so eye 3-2 achese eno so etimi ekomo elhopa na Oshe Fenerbahce ene eye Razor Sport gamer eno so etimi eba so na ese 3-1 eno so no etimi etodwa na me atuma yebedi ehon komo na afi yede eno so ede apro na onso wehunu sedia enoma esifati enti ehon komo akra enso no ma yemonwremo na afi yehwese senkra ena enoma ebesifa akọ aha eye Asempa 94.7 FM so ena sambre waso egusu awuti no mebesia.
I'll kill him if he decides to fight as a boxer.
But you're a boxer.
No, forget it. We shouldn't talk. I will not even allow my friend to be a boxer. That's why I told you it's too tough to jealous somebody who is a boxer.
Why wouldn't you do that?
Boxing is natural. There is no artificial. Everything you see in the ring is natural. Sometimes we the boxers, what we face in the ring, sometimes we'll feel the punches sometimes are too much. So now we feel like this is enough. But because you have to be a man, you still have to go. Boxing is too much of a work. It's a natural. Do you love yourself?
FM.
You love yourself. That they punch you, getting swollen, getting catties.
Asempa FM.
You think it's a funny? It's something maybe I learned when I was a kid, but it's not a joke.
Entinyame atuma yebewuram na fe sede tiebia no yede nkomo na ahihye so ama yeguso ehwenim se telephone lines no ebeye adwuma na fe yene empenfo edi nkomo ahwe season no eba na wieye ewo eye ohwesede tia English Premier League nimo na yebekum na fe ahwese senkra na no masifatie weka ni pa 25th July ena ebetodwa se Crystal Palace assign Jordan Ayew achese eno eye 1 year pepe ene enra na okupie mu elho kra no sen ene noma akọ ediama Ghana the top striker osiakan ewo Premier League ni mu no ame aduma yebedi ho nkomo anano pay na fe yahwe ede ho nsem so ede abro sanso ena eye Jordan Henderson wono enende abetodwa se player of the year 2020 we eye football writers enomode ehonsem ebaye enra o hwe ehon komo bebrebe ena na nenemu a ene yehwenim se senkra ena no so no enoma ebesifa akọ enso ewmu yebehwe na yedi nkomo ediafa Liverpool ekwan a womo efa so G League no ene eye Georgian club or ye head coach no kra no said dey ono so etime awuremu no sen ene no ma esifatie ene menempemfo eba abidi nkomo na yahwese senkra ena enoma so esifatie na fe ya yebewuram pa neno nkomo no dodo na yebewuram ewo English Premier League no na fe yede ehon nkomo bebrebe enso edia pro live ewo kasafidi so ama onso no wonu sedia enoma so esifa etie enso ehonum enti yebekom na yahwe baba memfa nkomo we entudwa mfama se asan abetodwa biem onim se okọ Italy Inter Milan team ba kwa de bia no se ebe eni so mo ni abere omo be san eye Messi eni de san eba eni se ohe sedetia wo mo mpanifo eni abere pa na eni confidence a omo wo ene menim me chese ukoma onshada entiase ase say confidence level no ewo interfo so no very high say omode be sign Messi unim say nyame ya aduma 2021 ena Messi ne contract with FC Barcelona no ebetime run out na team ba ko a nei omo confidence no ewo soro pa Inter Milan ena omo so hwe nim na I don't know say ebia ene Ronaldo akopie mu ewo Italy no Messi nso ebedi akire age pene say ono so be ko na afei yakohwe sedia 2021 season nso enoma ebesifa akono na me yatuma yebeduro mo ho na afei yede ehon so nkomo ni nyina nso yede abro ama onso ehunu sedia enhihye no esifa etie live ewo Asempa 94.7 FM so ma yenhwe se yebetimi edi nkomo ahwese senkra ene noma ebesifa nso akọ enso ehonom enano pay na yedi nkomo ni bi nso ede abrowa ma menhwe ni sei se senkra ene noma etie ehonom. Hello champ. Pepa Franco Timenga. Na bibia e fine here. FM. Oh, bibia koye. Na ense nka mehwe se me conference one Christian. Said na ochwetwe mu obatisi akire no na nka ne mehwe nim se me conference one ono na lines no ha dwu ofia kakra nti eguso ehwe nim se yebetime aye ni sana yakọ ni but ma me sha se fru so na fe yenhwe ene Premier League no eba na wiye saying na uhun no ma de fa first of all wankasa o general view no ewo ene matches a eba so no Senate here.
What could be that say na inchia with your phone English Premier League there. I don't know but people be we are self for na be people be English Premier League. Even the way a season ended as in the top 4 finish in the Grand Bono, about something to talk of because Ocean Liverpool for Friday for Biambo Mudi, Lemon, before we are for Chelsea, Manchester United, Leicester City, and Neymar. For these 3 things, I just so interested about here echo more some is because the ocean we can pick out say we go no look once the other drop a point. Asempa FM. I didn't so interested. So far, yeah, ocean season is here. I mean, so interesting. We have a the season now Manchester United and Man City for April leg in the last day. Now what the trophy no and last minute City for Asia goal and Man City and leg. So for me, I'm expecting the football can say I mean teams are almost at the within the season almost and not make it off. Things are almost so I don't want to why will not talk about things without mentioning Leicester City. But unfortunately for Leicester City, which last minute, and I say coming back from coronavirus and I say COVID-19 now, our performance, it has never been the same as compared to before the coronavirus. And I'm think that is Leicester City. But we should Chelsea, they've been consistent. Look back here last week, we catch Chelsea performance from the one instruction in team against Liverpool. I was super carbon. And I'm catching him and said, no, this is a team of Frank Lampard. All go there as a Chelsea for. But when your time at the Makopana, he will do a great job and Frank Lampard will become Chelsea will be on from the season and will be on even to the extent say FA Cup or qualified to the grand finale or share UEFA Champions League. So they are in the competition.
Asempa FM.
I am very interested at the Chelsea team. So Manchester United inconsistent, but thanks be to God, said after the arrival of Bruno Fernandes, United team actually on the nine, so I wish a competition and what team we share the fighting spirit at Manchester United, and then the coming back of Pogba, Marcus Rashford, super performance, and then that wonder boy, that is Greenwood, almost super performance. I'm not team and we show Manchester United the last 10 games in UPL. Even though we have one or two opportunities, we are Nigel supposed to be a stamping authority, not qualify for the Champions League automatically, but we're blown out. And at the end of the day, and now costing United and United. And do something personal way, but Ocean failure United as a super performance, it has been one of the best so far at Manchester United. And also the teams, on our league table, so but say yes, Leicester City, they work so hard. So I'm qualifier, it's okay. But Ocean Chelsea players for more to talk. When they started from now, Manchester United review almost so they do and so there's no aircon anymore. For me, I would love to see together with Liverpool, Man City in the Champions League next season, representing English Premier League, because these are teams that supporters, teams are so more competition in more competition, so attractive, so lovely people follow because just look at Chelsea supporters. All of a sudden, Chelsea are being so vibrant, Chelsea are being so attractive, Chelsea are being hardcore team, especially our African and in Ghana because of Michael Essien. And so for me, and the Chelsea performance of my daily this season, even though I'm defense, and I'm not the nomination, but I believe they're going forward. Next season, I'm fixes up. So that Chelsea are fixing the defense when you're solid defenders. When not Chelsea together with Achim Shech, Kai Havertz, Sasu, and Pulisic, and these young guys, Mr. Mount, they will be so interesting to watch, so attractive to watch. So when there's such a team, our Champions League, or representing England, fantastic. Sounds from Manchester United, confidence in upper. When you're young players, so now, so offer 1 or 2 rebounds, and they are getting them all like Leicester City. Leicester, almost qualify a crown point, and they just say, even some of the teams, HSC, or players. So that's what we said. I'm not playing because we keep them on the ground. And at the end of the day, so I'm not qualifying for Champions League right now. They will not give that best English Premier League, that's the English teams, it's been pushing forward. So what I say, I'm not there, we just go and add up to the numbers. But so more competition at the end of the day, we don't say yes. So be English Premier League so standard and one they wouldn't give that performance even though they've worked so hard within the season. So for me there, I'm going to say at the end of the day, Manchester United, Chelsea, they are qualified to the Champions League next season because when these teams, need to leave a full Man City, I mean, it will be lovely. And don't forget, Chelsea will win the Champions League in the bidder. Man City, so we need bidder. Even this season, almost win Liverpool, the counter of them. So after Manchester United, our pedigree, our Champions League, so we need. In conform with more tradition in terms of the Champions League to represent English football because there have been arguments to say even English Premier League in the ground would ever compare the Spanish La Liga because of maybe a Spanish La Liga all the time. What's the Champions League, Europa, or performance consistently? Barcelona, South Real Madrid, Sevilla, permanency in the Champions League and then the Europa now. You can't compare the English Premier League to the Spanish La Liga. So when you're the best at and ever more competition, I just so lovely to watch. So for me, it has been a very, very good season. Even though COVID-19, and I never say normal, but notwithstanding it, I think there's still English Premier League, and more and a year extra, and we should just have all eyes that were India now. Obi himself, if you have it, I couldn't English Premier League,
I'm now heard debate Edifa Jordan Henderson and the said that football writers say player of the year. In fact, NNA writers nibi enya Jane. I don't know. Send who sa decision on it. Abasobody idea ma a branch no. Send who ankasa no who ne de fa
once again, it's so interesting, very, very interesting, because the new mentor, at the end of the channel, I mean, I can monitor social media, monitor a lot of platforms, almost 80% of them. They are not in support of that decision now. Even though footballers, and it's a football writers association, but you see, they could have done better because award, would the book be about so within the season, near 1 year.
Hello, Frank. Okay. Na yasan abawrom na fe yene Frank nso akɔwie wɔ hɔ say and then telephone lines no NDMY yeguso evenim sɛ sɛn ɛna noma ebesi fa kɔno na fe bibia atutoma na yatoa nkɔmɔtwetwe no ɛso ɛhɔnom na yebusa no finally on a year Henderson and the OSDT yato writers no ade akɔde ama ne sɛ play of the year season no let's say to me saying and on so a huno edifa. I may atuma ebesa ewram na fe yene Christian so edin komo emresim na ono so edinedie edia basedia na wochwetwe mu no yedin komo ehwese senkra ene normal esifati ne sa pepepe ene ne yehwenim se yebetimi asan ewram na fe yatoto no masebe a yebetimi akọ ahwese senkra ene honsem so eno so esifa etie maybe here.
Akwenshia wo hoyi esida. Ebetumi aye afidie akwenshia. Ana ebetumi aye akoma yare. Asempa FM impo. Ni awudi kan ye no ehu hia pa. Se yade a wankasa wanya akwenshia. Ana wo hu akwenshia a. Fra 112 ne nyamuaye intem efri afidie a wode fa ayarefo eno. Nya akomatoyem efise afidie a wode fa ayarefo bebro ahasa na abagana. Fra 112 womre a wapomodin mu aye den na jewo ene wabusiafo ene wadofo enkwa. 112 emwa beba 112 nya hubambo memfre emre a wunhia moa esanse ebetumi ama obi a ohia emwa enkwa efri ninsa ye omamba pa
Pepino, ɛyɛ na nneɛma bebree esisi yakwan mu nanso ɛtɔ de bia agye adwen a emu dɔnko na ɛbɛte saa nsɛm yi aseɛ John Oropesa ɛyɛ bɛrima nimonyamfoɔ bi a na wɔne ne yere ɛne ne ba baamu a ɛna tie na wɔn tie asomdwe mu yie paa ɛkɔpem sɛ dakobi abaayewa bi yi ne ti sɛ ɛyɛ ne papa ɛne John na deɛ ma asɛm ne mu kura yɛ den ne sɛ ɛmabaawa yi mmiɛnsa nko ana na ɛwɔ sɛ yɛhwehwɛ wɔn ɛde wɔn ɛka abaayewa yi ho Sebastian ɛhyɛ Joanna Victoria bɔ sɛ ɔbɛboa ama wahwehwɛ ne nuanom mmiɛnsa a ana ahyɛnsodeɛ bi ɛda wɔn serɛ ho a na ɛyɛ half moon ɔdɔ akomateɛ twima mentwe ɛne nsɛnsɛm bebree ɛna ɛbɛpie mu nanso adwuma no ɛbɛsi Jibre Nature Daughters of the Moon Ejuada Ekosifia Debia 1:30 p.m. sharp Ewa Doom TV so na ebesha sie efiada 8th of May 2020 ya Ninyina ewo Adom TV so Adom TV yawazoye
I just won 1 million Ghana cedi with ScoreBoard. I wasn't expecting this. From grass to grace, I was nobody, now I'm somebody now. I own a car, I own a house, and now I'm a manager myself. Indeed, it's a dream come true.
And you, what would you do if you were the next winner? With ScoreBoard, enjoy a variety of virtual games and bet on your favorite sports. Enjoy amazing bonuses and payouts or by visiting any of our shops or at www.soccerbet.com. Review the winner inside you. ScoreBoard, your best bet for sports betting.
Akwenhyia wo hoi esida. Ebetumi aye afidie akwenhyia. Ana ebetumi aye akomayare. Ana emdwodwoe mpo. Nia wudi kan ye no ehu hia pa se yade a won kasa wanya akwanhyia ana wohu akwanhyia a fra 112 ne nya muaye intem afri afidie a wode fa ayarefo eno nya akomatoyem efise afidie a wode fa ayarefo bebro ahasa na abagana fra 112 womre a wapomodin mu aye den na jewo ene wabusuafo ene wadofo enkwa 112 emwa beba 112 Nyahu bambo memfre emre a wunhia moa esanse ebetumi ama obi a ohia emwa enkwa efri ninsa ye omamba pa.
At a cost of 15 pesos per message, subscribe and text JF to 8787 to receive SMS news alerts, business, sports and entertainment updates from Joy FM, My Joy Online and Joy News, your most credible news source.
Abattoir traffic in 2020.
Trainer to so 2020.
So we are gonna need no fata coachre with you.
So when you're gonna so to Nancy
oh, you don't need fear do what you coachre with you.
Asempa FM.
Now it's electric commission. Lamania go. Ago.
Ghana Maya this year is 30 August 6. Yeah, the way the train, the friend of Bananso, copying the brain on Sia. I yet the Pia.
I say, easy, say, Mobians room. COVID-19 area, some of our battery needing. If it's a banshee, or the Egua personal. Easy, so bad, so Abogan and Ibia Mubai. I feel so bad. Show face mask, the best show temperature. It's a whole rubber coso, sanitizer bebuso.
You brought it and social distance.
Eti mobia mo, kona kochre udiwate.
Yes, is a kochre udia. Our passports, and I say Ghana card. Uni bizwa, Benny Pabinoa. What you want? No near the same mom. Yeah, Dennis, what you would you know? Who to me, sir? Would you dance here? And many pedal, what's my tray won't do? A danger way there, electoral commission, sir. What you would the and you could do about to no swa, would be our weapon. To see again, could be a better no once. every say, open to me for Tuaba, and Murova, open to me for bidding, and Congo Tuaba.
I'm told in traffic in 2020.
The trainer do so 2020.
So we are gonna need no fata for trade with you.
So when you're gonna need so to nasty.
Asempa FM. Do more junk for trade with you.
Oh, you are. Oh, my display. Obiana Smoke. Now we take Electoral Commission. Lamania. Oh, yeah, that was you.
Asempa FM 94.7.
Papa driver, man in the hair, me pesemiti Asempa FM. Taxi driver, man in the hair, me pesemiti Asempa FM. Filling station, man in the hair, me pesemiti Asempa FM. Pop spot, man in the hair, me pesemiti Asempa FM.
Quaristers Moson for Qua Master Prior Honey Honey, Namuti Asempa 94.7 FM. To say a capriya, Nawajisu, it will be a fee.
Asempa FM, Asempa 94.7, Asempa all talk all day.
Asempa FM 94.7.
Asempa ScoreBoard. You don't know the scores. You didn't want the match. Don't worry. Asempa ScoreBoard will bring you tidbit up to date. You get info, correct data info. I am telling you. Swag Papa says so. Oh my God.
Asempa FM.
And simply it cannot be to me a lack of communication. And simply not to me a much ado about nothing. You call Congress, Echo Tuaba. They the various words, Division 1, Premiership, and then the other constituent bodies. Like, say, the end of Parliament, we have our reps. Because the Executive Council,
Asempa FM.
On Division 1, the Premiership, to inform their members. Because it was better late than never. So, yes, sir, not a chief as a body in higher, sir. I don't see anything wrong with it. But because I have to about almost as the rest, a certain year, I'm committee here, I'm constituent bodies,
The ultimate sports show.
You blame you should blame the rest. But I'm going to say, I'm afraid of more rest, a class, the various class, Division 1. Oh, you come meeting a power yaboni. It's no motia, and you must move and now the premier reps also share the premier teams, other constituent bodies, ASR, but I can true actually. Yes, also, I think that the communication department should be up and because it's just a matter of writing the communique at the media houses. Also, lack of information, Emma and Nipa, Sinipan and further and better particulars, and the might be more to Yampia.
Asempa FM.
The way I know Musicas and I bet. Omunya Kenya Mushi more storing things to them. I think that Omuna actually wants it. I think that we should go that way. Always wait for more, Oliver Twist. For the first time in the history of Ghana footballer, this best venture, there are two better. Say Makola women and the ranking can be. The woman had that opportunity now. And so we are also all. But you say there were a whole lot of avenues where they addressing grievances. But you don't go on rooftop to shout. Now, okay, cancel my this year, and but when you're going to pension share with you, I say, more radio, or more young piano.
Asempa FM.
After the explanation. When the demon just says, it's in a located sky at the national team. No, so when you're going to make saying, I am so disingenuous. Say a member of the former ESCO, the Executive Council, because I find at the board, the national team to hook up. GFA and spend the one. And so disingenuous. No, my further and better particulars. There's no denying the fact that all national teams belong to the states. But the GSA is the custodian of all national teams. So a back campaign, but it's a place local campaign, especially the Ministry of Excellence Pram, a local campaign. A diamond, the Enfa is a charge government. The water,
Asempa FM.
Everything is born by the GSA. Feeding everything. It is all the trade finance. Sika never to your trade finance and abandon HGO. That's a symbiotic relationship.
Okay.
You start my back and ask.
Okay, the GM say, how did the F and can crowd the explanations? But me can't.
Yeah, that's then I didn't also a former executive council member. Now, was the GSA doesn't spend a peso on national TV.
The argument is that when you spend, you take the money back. That's the point. Finance, you take the money.
Because they were voted there to say Obakusi and I now send the will be on cancer. And yet the general secretary or Hannah Jose or my information. It should be the rest. Then I'm a patcher said better late than never. Moving forward, and I think that they should learn to do that. Yes, I don't think that there'll be that kind of lack of communication. I can't help it. They should learn to do that. Yes, but the sky will be the limit. Now, it will be that. The person, you are quite a first one.
Asempa FM.
It is a routine of the General Secretary and Yakakai, the President and Yakakai, and your son and Yakakai. You can call for further and better particulars. But you concentrate on rooftop. But I'm so much in love with the previous things. Obviously, there were issues that we are not prepared to talk to the public. The this year management. I think that should be the best thing to do. I'm wish you management to be here. I think that should be after one. That's what control young family. Now, economic explanation here, mother. Only the family relationship and mother saying every year. But when you show, we are always enemies to ourselves. Yes. Football is just an enemy to assess. You are directed in cut up in your good bucket. But we are so clear, you are a bit bucket. The big German Pia Korea, you are twice on. You are cannot. You are Ankatano, you are Ankata, you are country a fire. I was looking at where the politician. A new person is there, you are near elections in you, or in your campaign. And the third time I will tell some of them, say, they should wake up from their slumber. And all hands must be on there to salvage our industry. You're too bad, Master. You're too bad. But a bit more at 12 over packets. So you also became it down when it gets our win. It's a 12 over packets. So, we are near Chilano. Master, you put your thing there with me and you're the end of no. And I can tell of your fine say, what, or the secretary. Therefore, we must come to tell you that for the next 4 years ahead of us, no 30 or 30 million.
Okay, abusia mame samu akwapa na yensan entoa dwumedi ne so hwese senkra ena enoma ebesifa akono yeguso etoto noma na yedi nkomo na yebekwa oma ne so na afi ya hwese enoma de dadin ye yenua Christian edusei ena eba abedi nkomo na afi yewia ya toa so edede akanso ede abro Christian Mache
abeningaje mi jozo na pomudede
apomu boko mejidi se onso bibia e boko e okumase
wenda adia tinya etinya so yedi ne fast da manyame
nanka me hwese nno nka me conference wo ne Frank pa but unfortunately me lines na amwa me enti na se medical efre Frank na me yodi no ono kra no me ne na wie kra na lines no ha dwen kakra but I think say Suleiman Yusuf abebo adwuma kakra iguso ehwese bibia dedem but say otemen ka yie pa
nyame adom metonka bibia dem.
Okay, ma yenni kan enhwe English Premier League no ene ubam na share last day matches are ebaso na deben pa na ye a stick deben na like a wo ho a ebema enne no ebe da sonko a chain desa ya witness ya follow a year EPL no this season no deben ebema na ye sonko ende
I mean, no for this opportunity. Me sure say last season by this time there, nothing and keep the your league, you know. Also, the difference between last season and this season is this season, I cast 7 matches. Now Liverpool are league, you know. Last season, Ebeka 1 match. The league was decided on the final day of the Premier League. So I'm a bit of the excitement now in terms of who wins the league this season. But there are so many things at stake and they're going to the final day, you know. The overhead numbers, any statistics, any figures, no, not who interpret these figures very well. You appreciate that there are still so much to play. But before then,
Asempa FM.
David Silva about Man City way back in 2010 from Valencia. 10 years and Abrante friend David Silva about Juma Adama Man City. They don't say Abrante friend David Silva about 308 games for Man City. And they so what game it be Man City probably Norwich Asia Kaina. No, bonnet 309 games for Man City in 10 years. Now, in those 10 years, I did David Silva at the Man City or the Man City had 4 Premier League titles. 4 Premier League titles in the last 10 years. Or your midfielder, creative one for that matter. In those 4 years, you know, was 60 goals in the Premier League. Was 2 FA Cup, had 5 EFL Cups. Now, the entire American branch even David Silva said, and they won the last game for Man City after 10 years. And you know, the next season, I never acquired Messi from the Premier League. You know, is one exceptional quality, one exceptional player like David Silva after 10 years of service to Man City. You know, and they were also Man City in this new era. No, our first time on G League was 2012. Man City edged league in 2012. Now the first time in 44 years. Now Man City edged league way back in 2012. I'm just 2012 league, you know. Players are no mere central component of that squad. You know. I'm now retired. Yaya Toure ko, Pablo Zabaleta ko, Joe Hart ko, Vincent Kompany ko. Inti that central company of that 2012 winning side, you know.
Asempa FM.
And I'm no say. So Abrante friend David Silva retire. Ebeka Abrante friend Sergio Kunaguero. So I believe that after 10 years of fantastic service to Man City, you know, as a Man City man, a very, very nice fairway. But I want to say, and the Man City man NTV man that befitting fairway because of coronavirus. In the Man City last game, I'm born in a empty stadium. In the Abrante, obviously, I come out 10 years. Those 10 years, watching 11 titles now. Or say goodbye to Man City, you know. Man City NTV man that befitting welfare. Now, me say Man City for what I say, the coronavirus, that's the fans ever back to the stadium. They have to invite David Silva back to the stadium and give him a proper welfare for the service. Wayama, Man City, not just Man City, but the English Premier League, you know, and the world football. You know, we have seen one amazing talent in David Silva. And then David Silva say goodbye to Premier League. You know. Man City more against a team who are already condemned to relegation. That is Norwich City. Now, Commission, Oba English Premier League. You know, now, after 37 matches, who conceded 70 goals, you are condemned to relegation. In fact, Norwich City, Amuko Daniel Faki, a due point in time in the league, Naman Fokase, Obiemdodo, or you're too daring, you don't have the materials to defend, or still on the side of ball, you'll be daring, regardless of the position. It is Obo Man City, Obo Liverpool, any other team, Obo Mubiano, he's daring, Obedium. Now, the consequence of that daring approach from Daniel Faki and Norwich City, in 37 matches this season, I'm not considering 70 goals. They are going to say, on the last day of the relegation, you know, I won't be here. Timwa was a lot of goals. In fact, Man City are very awful this season. But one thing I'm on for and consider is the number of goals a Man City has in this season. When they say City this season, as a 97 goals. In fact, Liverpool are G League, Liverpool G League, be an himself on the call. But Liverpool G League, as a 82 goals. Man City as a 97 goals. That is so amazing. I never quite have Man City this season. Is awful defending. But in terms of a more attacking side in the air, they are still very consistent. 97 goals so far this season. The guys last season, G League now, 98 points. Man City has 97 goals. Even last season, 98 points. Man City has 95 goals. This season, almost 2 more goals are better than what they did last season. 97 goals and still counting. I remember very well that 2 years ago, Man City edge league, Man City has 106 goals in the league and only 100 points. Last year was 95 goals. This year was 97 goals and still counting. Probably more against a team one. Man City ending Norwich Asia. One fixture it produces goals more than any other fixture in the Premier League. In today, Omomboko Fikishim Udonma were a lover of betting. So we could have bet about Man City and Norwich game now. One thing very common is goals big team pa. I remember very well the last 10 games of Man City and Norwich is 47 goals in team. 47 goals in team. That games now. 2 teams now, but the last 10 games are Man City and Norwich SCM. It is a whole year, striking an average. Average, 4.7 goals in a pin in every game. So running out by Norwich is here. Goals MP Mukrano. No, you know. It's Norwich against such a team was a lot of goals. Adebakua mental cases said, don't forget, Norwich in this season, we need just 5 games. 5, right? 5 games of Imu Baku was against Man City in the first leg, in the first round. Almost a Man City by 3 goals to 2. And 5 goals now, 5 matches to Machino. Imu Baku was against Man City. It's revenge to be on Man City. Man City have nothing to lose. Ulusun match in Bay 100 Krana. The second position is assured. Norwich by Bay 200 Krana. They are condemned already to relegation. But they Baku about motivating Man City so between Yashe. I said Norwich more than number 1, Norwich in the first leg. It is so revenge over Norwich. Number 2, was 97 goals of better or equal on Nankasa record with me I say 100 or more goals in the Premier League. So Man City will be all up for gambling against Norwich City. I'm not very sure that Norwich City will be up to see any challenge to Man City this time around. The Kaipa said Norwich City we Premier League this season. Teams are ancient goals power away. Teams are away goals, extra cry Norwich City. Abra was only 7 goals on the road. And now you're not going to play against Man City at home where you're so invincible. I remember very well that Norwich City started season, time you bought games or other areas, no be a Tabrante fan Timupuki Atono. Timupuki was scoring. In fact, since January on Shegu, and it explains the entire the last 9 games are Norwich City abono. Norwich City and lose all those 9 games are. I'm very sure that Daniel Faki will have to sit back and reflect. And since Adebakua had a pass, he was too daring, he was too adamant, and sometimes too stubborn, regardless of the position. Also very daring. And the consequence of that daring approach, and he said,
Asempa FM.
Top quality side, he will punish you. And the reason why after 37 matches, Norwich City are considered 70 goals. That is something unheard of the Premier League. And then you're mobile against Man City, but Man City to have everything at them. Man City beat some 3 or 4, minimum 3-0. I'm very much assured that will come into the Premier League. And so, yeah. Now, there's another fixture. And then you also say will be the 2 neighbors after fixture. Leicester City, Manchester United. Manchester United 63 points or 3rd position. Leicester City 62 points at the 5th position. Now the outcome of this game will be determined who plays in the Champions League next season. What Manchester will need a draw to qualify for next year's Champions League. And I'll tell you, Manchester United will need to qualify for top 4 next season. As a Manchester United at all costs, as a United team got top 4. And then they are playing against Leicester City. Leicester City at not a very good time for them. I remember very well that Kagwa Soyuncu echo 3-match suspension and they are returning into action. But to make matters worse for Leicester City, Benchiwo, Ricardo Pereira, James Madison, Christian Fuchs, injured and negative. Now Leicester City is playing against him or heavyweight in terms of meeting. I don't remember the last time Leicester City is a game against Manchester United. In fact, let me check in my records. The last time, in fact, since 1998, Manchester United and Leicester City about 23 games. Those 23 games are Manchester United and Leicester City about since 1998. Leicester City winning just one. I remember very well said in September 2014, and Leicester City actually Manchester United shown by 5 goals to 3. Since then, Manchester United winning and the Moonai apply draw. Manchester United, regardless of their form, they find Manchester United a very hard nut to crack. Now, say Manchester United to finish in the top 4. Against team, United will need just a draw to qualify for next year's Champions League. The reason why I'm here, so I said Manchester United they qualify for top 4. They say Alex Ferguson, the longest serving manager of Manchester United for history, would be 22 years at Manchester United. Soon, that 22 years now would do Manchester United. No, Manchester United am finishing below 3rd position that on record and see that Alex Ferguson as a coach. Now Manchester United are illegally. Now United are finishing below 3rd. Manchester United Anya Diakra and Alex Ferguson. It was always 3rd position, 2nd and 1st position. Now since Alex Ferguson every car, I'll call Manchester United are finishing in top 4 only 2 times per. Yes, what's the mechanism? Now, you so dominant figure in top 4. So, Manchester United are finishing in top 4 just on 2 occasions, and that is something Manchester United should be worried about. Again, United have a contract with Adidas. So United are finishing within the top 4. United have to refund around £22.5 million back to Adidas. Now, in this COVID-19, amount for is some revenue so the opportunity be as revenue so you have to plug that hole. Again, Manchester United will have to attract quality players in there to compete. So United aren't finishing with the top 4. So compare the Sancho, so compare Kalidou Koulibaly, compare all these top stars. So has a one qualified for top 4. Attracting these quality players, will be a problem. So, in their own interest, in the best interest of Manchester United, and also survivor and to remain competitive in the Premier League, Manchester United will have to finish within the top 4. And then the Leicester City for the top 4 now, they will have themselves to blame because at the point in the Premier League get started on, Leicester City every need 8 matches consecutively. 8. Don't win any now. But I never call me Leicester City and say, since the project restart. After coronavirus na called break, league ni sabai Leicester City, the last 8 games are Leicester City abono. Coming soon, Leicester after just 9 points. Now surprisingly, 9 points from 8 games. Just said, we now 1.1 points per game. When you compare almost 29 matches of more now, coming soon, now we have 53 points in those 29 matches, and now every point per game was 1.8. So from 1.8 points per game, I drop it about 1.1 points per game. That is the form. The common form here a bit consistent. I bring a project restart the buy now. I mean, just by this time, come top 4 guarantee, top 4 finish there, guarantee. But it came to a point that now I say I drop the form now. Manchester United actually acrobat, and I can say Manchester United is ahead of Leicester City going to the final day of the Premier League. And I'm sure that Brendan Rodgers but I'm very much sure that project restart coronavirus outbreak affected the performance of the team. Most of them performance are dropping. Brendan Rodgers about 4-1 with Winfred indeed just behind the defenders. No about James Madison, Ayoze Pereira, any of those players just behind a bunch of Jimmy Vardy. And in those 4-1 system, they were so amazing. It didn't be you needed to be very mindful of your friend Leicester City. I don't know what anyone say. I'm looking at the final day. Now, I'm sure at the Leicester City for the League in 2015-2016 League, Leicester City has 68 goals. And they almost 67 goals. And they will need another goal. So much to one goal crana. Now we equally the number of goals almost in the year now League. Now I'm so much happy for Abrantia, your friend Jimmy Vardy. Sometimes players do more almost hit form in them. If you want more almost hit at the later stages of their career. Jimmy Vardy, a player when you 33 years. And you know, you stand telling car until say or hit 29 30 years as an amount for Abrantia, your friend Jimmy Vardy. And then Jimmy Vardy has 23 goals. Yeah, now Leicester City League, was 24 goals. It was a go back now. Now we qualify record now. Say a brand no Muji League now was 24 goals. Now let me check it out. Because soon, on them since a Premier League in start here, player one mini power G goalkeeper was a brand player. Your friend I was say 36 goals in 1947-1948 season. Since then, you need player be a one unit to say Jimmy Vardy or the Premier League goalkeeper. Jimmy Vardy 23 years was 23 goals. Then Otimisha a goal or two, nothing what Jimmy goalkeeper now to become the next oldest player in the history of the Premier League or the goalkeeper. Now that's an amazing story for about Jimmy Vardy. What is 33 years? At 33 years there, can you expect that the youngsters will be taken over by the boss in the Premier League? Then they are what is 33 years there? As old as he is going to become the top scorer in the Premier League. Which I said 23 or more goals. And that's what I'm also looking at. Many of the Premier League are quite exciting. Liverpool
Asempa FM.
Everything said and done about Liverpool. This season they've done so well. Now I'm not for this. Third judging crop, what has he brought to Liverpool? I'm a Liverpool. In fact, don't forget that Liverpool last year will lose point in the league by just 1 point.
Yeah. Man
City now 98 points, only 97. So they were very much close to Man City last year. But this season, they have widened the gap between only Man City or other competitors.
But Christian, Wangasa Osha, do you see him say, and no more they are bound board, no? And no more young who said a young Liverpool.
I'll give you two main reasons. One is about Liverpool in 2015. About Liverpool 2015, we ended the fourth timer. What about a full season? The fourth full season, Obuni. So 4 full seasons, Obuni Minano. What the fourth? First one, the fourth. Second one, the fourth. The third season, a second. And then what the first? So we have progressed now. A fourth, second, and first. It is a whole draw graph. Most of them or Kosovo. It has never declined.
Yeah.
So fourth, second, and first. Now, I think about one from when say the transfer has been so much amazing and so intelligent. I'll tell you why. What is there on the top, Mohamed Salah, Sadio Mane, and Firmino. Now, to have the money is one thing, but to go to the transfer market and get players that will give the results is another thing. So, the man did it Mineska, Echo transfer market, Echo to player. Not player no deliver mana. You have to give credit to the manager.
Okay.
So on the top, that place means things. And I'm telling you, in those periods, one Salah, I'm a Liverpool 93 goals. Sadio Mane, I'm a Liverpool 66 goals, and Roberto Firmino, I'm a Liverpool 55 goals. Those players are so instrumental for Liverpool. But we know, and I think to be able to compete in the Premier League, you need a quality goalkeeper.
Yeah.
Alisson. You also needed to be strong at the back. These recruitment and these transfer from Liverpool and the results at the Liverpool. And no one can take credit for the manager why this transfer. In fact, there are so many managers on my transfer AMFA.
Yeah.
Go back and blame the manager for having done such awful transfer. It's a man that yet transfer net so you have to give credit to the manager.
Now, share Henderson there, and I don't know, say, you bet me a basua. Where they would Liverpool, the na Bermontina, maybe Sanasem Crofobebrinana, air question football writers, and they almost say on a year player of the year. Meaning, so bet me ahwem kakra ɛno nso no hu ne sɛn
sometimes young coach you know had the kakra PFA player of the year Football Writers Association you know some of them say Football Writers Association no omo over 400 members in England to omo dey use our award no come soon the award started in 1947-1948 since award started in 1947-1948 you know the award most times Ekoma team play in the team G League. Since 1947-1948, team of the G League, you know, almost all the time, the player in the G League, you know. In fact, since 1948, it is only 14 times per, and a player in the team annual league get this award. So let's establish that fact. The last time a player the annual league, no team get this award, 2018, the Kai Pasi Mohamed Salah, and a year, why annual league in the Manchester United League, you know. But no, this award, the reason why I'm the award man is that when you're in the season, not Premier League, you know, maybe see that till the 30 goals in the Premier League.
Yeah.
So that was a record. When a player being at that record now, it does not matter whether he won the league or not. That individual record needs to be recognized. Into Mohamed Salah, I said 32 goals in 2018, and the man, and look at what and a player. The team annually, it may give this award. So a kind of team for team that I remember as award now also almost 67 times. 37 times, you know. Do not a common player in Team League. Now the question amount for the debate, and let's deal with that debate amount for you. Amount for Kevin De Bruyne, many man for you again. Kevin De Bruyne passing and in the eye for goals is so amazing. Kevin De Bruyne are making 19 assists in the Premier League. 19. So the player was creating most chances in the Premier League. Kevin De Bruyne was creating 126 chances. In fact, the Premier League statistics this season, player of Ben the Park or no creating more chances of Ben and Kevin De Bruyne. No, Jack Grealish was Asempa for captain. Or no creating 90. So look at the difference. Or not creating 126. Player of Tosumi creating 90. A difference of 36 chances and now no any the closest competitor Jack Grealish himself. In fact, big chances in the Premier League. Advantage are creating big chances by Kevin De Bruyne 32. And a 32 chances, you know, on one case 11. So in terms of goal contribution, all creating 19 chances, 19 assists, you know, on one case also 11 goals. So total goal contribution for Manchester Kevin De Bruyne 30 goals. That is amazing.
Asempa FM.
Brentford Jordan Henderson, Elizabeth to win number 1 in the league. You have already established that. Again, this season, we have got 30 games for Liverpool. So 30 games now, 7 Liverpool winning, and they move 2 or more draw, and they move to just 1. I remember very well that Man City drew against Manchester United, nobody, and a Manchester Liverpool drew against Everton, so nobody. That 2 games we need to pay no Jiremu Liverpool a draw, and a back up and no Jiremu Liverpool lose here when they lost to Man City. So those are the 3 games that would Jiremu Man City and winning. Again, young rather, it is a Brentford and Jordan Henderson Edna Park in the Liverpool win percentage 90. When it's on the so the park in the squad, the Liverpool year on lineup. Let's say Jordan Henderson Edna Park in the Liverpool win percentage 90. That 30 games for boy, no possible points 90. That 90 points, no. That 90 points with Jiremu, Liverpool in them 83 points. I don't know. Now, sometimes if you don't know what you have until you miss it. It is a Brentford Park, so maybe you won't influence. But when you park, what happens to Liverpool this season? Only 7 games. I don't know one movie. Liverpool boy, I know one movie. That 7 games at Jordan Henderson and movie, Liverpool win percentage, and drop it from 83 to 57.1%. Can you imagine?
Okay.
So Jiremu, win percentage, 83. So Jiremu, win percentage, and drop it from 83 to 57.1%.
Okay.
I remember very well that 7 games now one movie, Liverpool every knee a moon and 9. na omulusu mu mienu ebo draw baako mienu omulusu ye no baako was a 3-0 loss to Watford back in February. Jonah Henderson Amubi.
Asempa FM.
Game, Papa. That game, no, Liverpool ever so unbeaten this season. And to say Liverpool ever lose to Watford, no, now we are so all of us were thinking, say, for the first time, and Vincent Bona asked na year, you know, Liverpool beat me on this high record. No. So it was a key game for Liverpool. Now Liverpool so lose. One more, you know, Watford Liverpool show a coming and Sam. Top 1 TV. Now say ask Nelson to go to one, and also a bunch of Jonah Henderson and movie. So you know, in terms of his numbers, only Kevin De Bruyne numbers. I remember very well said this season was said just 4 goals and almost 5 assists. I remember very well said the first goal was said Liverpool was way back in October. I brought Liverpool normally Tottenham and Tottenham is the first goal. Yeah. The equalizer and on not take canon. That's what the first time I see goal for Liverpool. He might not have the numbers. But in terms of influence, and it will be ultimately making greater impact for his team. I strongly believe that John Henderson deserves to win this award.
And you move on to Spain, na yanshe La Liga no. Why na Christian also obetimi atna se akase ebia Omano player of the year because who come now he said there a normal call I think say enkofo bebre na so question said their echo was Spain na o share Sergio Ramos so na exploit this season no kabum na yen said the normal tian so was Spain.
Well, in fact in Spain sometimes oh yeah so analysis here you need to pick Messi out because all the Messi here the Yastika nobody will meet to be that standard. I mean Queenie. Even Namaya Patinkin, Messi Ronaldo retired. That's where you see how good they have been. Messi this is
Asempa FM.
Namian Mukrini. So the Messi Yankasa and Messi there. You appreciate that Messi numbers not dropping. But even that this season, Messi, should not forget that Messi at the start of the season was injured. Into October 2 months off and Messi, the start season, you know, now it's your mobile. Into player were injured. I want to know most of the games at the start of the season. Every season, you know, as top scorer, that alone is not I dare say you can easily underrate and just flash it in the span one year. Even with that, Messi shared 25 goals. It provided 21 assists. Can you imagine? Players who are players in the format drop, you know. I said 25 goals, it provided 21 assists. In Barcelona history, player who provided most assists was Xavi in a single season. Xavi in 2008-2009, it provided 20 assists in that season. This season, Messi beat that record. I provided 21 assists. Now, Messi is aging, so speed and so what Barcelona for you say there's a bit of transition. Both Messi, no a winger or more on the right side of Barcelona's attack. You know? And I'm saying the left near so incredible, you know. So cutting up one on the left now. That was when Messi was too dangerous. But because of age and the lack of speed now, you know, these days Messi has been dropped into central midfield. Obviously, goal scoring is so key. But the goal scoring is so clear. What Messi adds to the game, you know, assist and total involvement in the game. Now, Cobblestone, and just a small achievement. Step Pichichi, Wajin 7 times. Player or G most Pichichi or La Liga was Papa FN Temo Zara. Temo Zara played for Atletico Bilbao in the 50s and 60s. Or no, that Pichichi top scorers award was in 6 times. And I'm look at Messi edgy this season, you know. Messi are just 7 times. That is also a new record that Messi has set this season in Spanish La Liga. In fact, where the first player was more than 20 goals and more than 21 assists in a single season since Thierry Henry in 2002-2003 at the Arsenal. They say sometimes you need to appreciate this. For the last 12 seasons are actually now. Messi and goal 20 or more goals is scored by Messi for the past 12 consecutive seasons. So when say the numbers, not the Messi compare because we are talking about a player which means 91 goals in a season. We are talking about a player which means 50 goals in a season. So among for Tembia measure Messi by his own standard. But all the Messi standard I measure all other players are. Messi will still be top there with any other player this season in La Liga. Almost Sergio Ramos. Namiano Mukini, players in the Yadi, I want the more and have a crown. Baku and Messi, I will not be surprised because the numbers may speak for himself. Sergio Ramos this season has been so amazing. Now, previously, defender now was in the single season of La Liga, no was 10. This season, Sergio Ramos has broken that record as a defender who got 11 goals this season in Spanish La Liga. Now, it must have Susana Yebono, Naya Papa, the defenders, everybody in the Jastam, Cannavaro, those top defenders, no Boomdin, John Terry, these kind of defenders, I'm by in our time, you see a defender, over to me, I compete with any other defender in any other era. It must be Sergio Ramos. Tell me what he has not won. Then I Sergio Ramos FM. 22 trophies in a Sergio Ramos Haji. 22 trophies, you know. What the Ubitimi trophy now on yet central component of the squad, maybe your bench. All those 22 trophies, you know, Sergio Ramos was integral part of whatever squad that against trophies, you know. La Liga num, the Copa del Rey, you know, Champions League Maku 9, UEFA Super Cup 9, FIFA Club World Cup 9, Wadi World Cup Baku, in between World Cup, you know, Wadi 2 European Championship, FIFA Confederations Cup Baku. Now, the Baku, many Ajama Sergio Ramos, since a project restart, league in the code breaker, you can't manage by because of coronavirus, you know. Sergio Ramos scored 6 goals, even Messi, SA8. Sergio Ramos, SA6. In fact, when a defender, we are talking about a defender. Mm-hmm. The last 16 La Liga seasons, Sergio Ramos is goal in all those 16 seasons. A defender. Can you imagine that? Say play or a defender. Now the past 16 seasons, every season, Sergio Ramos will give you a goal. And now I know what I'm saying. Defender no was a goal to do our La Liga was Ronald Koeman. Ronald Koeman has 67 La Liga goals. And this season, Sergio Ramos, Abaye, defender, was the most goals in La Liga. Abro was 68 goals in La Liga. Now, I'm going to make the argument. I was listening to Radio Yabin and Nama for making argument say this figure is not correct because almost Fernando Hierro has 105 goals. Meaning Fernando Hierro was a defender. But sometimes you need proper understanding of data to appreciate how you can interpret it. Fernando Hierro, most of the time now, no Obobono, or most as a midfielder. And if Fernando Hierro, 105 goals now, was he moved 44 or Shaban or a midfielder.
Okay.
Asempa FM.
Yeah.
It is as a central midfielder, was 44 goals and at the Akano, or as a defender.
Okay.
So Sergio Ramos' numbers, is quite justified. We're the highest scoring defender in La Liga. We're a fox of a defender, aggressive commitment, whatever you need to find a defender, Sergio Ramos will give to you. And I'm sure that Madrid will have a very tough time replacing him when he eventually retires. The number this season, is so amazing. Then there's Karim Benzema. Karim Benzema numbers, Messi numbers, But like I said on Jordan Henderson, the impact he has made on Real Madrid. Real Madrid, it is a award no comma player in the team G League, more impact on the season. I won't be surprised. Sergio Ramos said 21 goals. It is true, but that 21 goals no say if we need 16 points at the Real Madrid, that was his relevance and his importance to Madrid. Also, be Michel if you be saying maybe a better 4 team at 3-0 dada. No, be 4 goals now. In winning points and farmer team because one I think the Belgian points in that. But Sergio Ramos goes now was there's so much importance that no one say Madrid will lose 16 points. Or no say I win 16 points at Real Madrid. And I think that for Sergio Ramos, for Karim Benzema or Leo Messi, which one of them will be Gibiano? Honestly speaking, I will not be surprised.
Christian Edusei anopay yebeda sepa but ukwe na nebusa se enra na 25th Ohe 1 year Pepe Jordan. Signed him at Crystal Palace.
Yeah.
And a year 1 year Pepe. And season and so on said ya or call ye no, they said that ye no, me nim said ya. O share ne modern ball and so our Premier League nemono. Jordan are you? Then I'll be or sign 3 years there. But the first year no, you better assessing saying.
Well, Yana, me say when you see somebody say Obieti jumpy to a certain height, yeah, man, height and uncle to be jumpy. Yeah, I'm now with them a jumpy. So sometimes you don't look at the height, look at the depth of the jump. Now, and now I say Premier League, players are about 10 or more games, only do more classification, you rank you. One more minimum of 10 games are you classify, you rank you. The Premier League, no more about 10 or more games, only 416. 416 players and about 10 or more games.
Our English Premier League,
our Premier League.
Okay.
416 players, near rank you, Jordan, are you at also 63? That is an achievement. Jordan, are you at also 63? Now, at the back of many Jama Jordan, you say last season was a 1 Premier League goal. One back up PC as a striker was a 1. Now, for a player last season was a 1 goal. Now, a season later, I say 9. You have to look at the jump from 1 to 9. That alone speaks for his performance this season for Crystal Palace. Last season was only 20 games. That 20 games, just 1 goal. No. This season, he has become so important for Crystal Palace. We have bought 36 games. And Crystal Palace, we are very sure that season is not in fact, we are Crystal Palace for top scorer. Season is that's a Crystal Palace AU player of the season. He will not go aside any other player like you. Why is so amazing?
Asempa FM.
I'm sorry. Sometimes I don't want to compete with anybody. The only person I try to compete with is the person I was yesterday. I try to be a better version of myself than I was yesterday. I'm increasing me, upgrading me. So Jordan Ayew is 28 years. In football times, now I listened to his father's interview. Say the man Jordan no a slow learner, but say he's the best among all the man on mobile ball. By name, Jordan Ayew is only 28 years. 28 years. Just like Jimmy Vardy, as your man is form, when they are almost getting older and at the point of retirement. The challenge for Jordan Ayew is the next season. He must try to be a better version of himself than in this season. The challenge for him is the next season. He should try to be a better player than he has been this season. What's the thing? The challenge the next season is score 15. The challenge the next season is score at least 10 or more. And that is something he must begin to set for himself. But he has been so amazing for Crystal Palace this season leading.
Christian, na meja omo amowako na obia send me message wa in fact oyo penin ba ko a wotai etie ye pa and o say wa enjoy analysis and dey o de emaye no and ade ba ko a na anope wo follow make about Messi ni mover and dey you hear interfor said omo so ani abere em say ade itaba so de bia na ye kan Messi be ko won ko and we be me sign on to sign on this time round no I clear and over said their confidence no etie ewo ashewa omani abere se omunya ombefa Messi amana be piemo ewo Italy no I don't know, do you think say some finally a bit me I possible and a normal stories na eba no na e betini Messi ko onko it seems this time no interfor no confidence no was ropa meaning bibia ye kakeke ana ebeye mover ebetimi akose de opening no ebisa no
and I need to discuss about academy players, what they will give to you, what will be a player offered through the academic system. our the mount money cannot buy loyalty. Who the players are pass it through club the academy. So more right you now on back into the fact so if you team they put their allegiance to the club. So what Messi ever with Barcelona, it is very difficult to even use money to take from him. You know, it's how loyal he is to Barcelona. It's true. There are some be of course that's a transfer policy, the way the club is run, and it's never be one more. He has not been very happy about it. But I'm telling you, as loyal as Messi is, it will take more than money to convince Messi to leave Barcelona. It will take more than money. I'm telling you, there are clubs that are richer than a year Ukraine. Pep Guardiola will have to have Messi. Bayern Munich would like to have them.
Yeah.
Almost all has to have Messi. But I'm telling you, what Messi and Barcelona money cannot buy a loyalty. Next season, Messi will remain a Barcelona player.
Okay. Christian Anope Yadasipa ne Emra Odiamae Nyame Aduma. Ebe hwe nim se da sende yebesan eno edi nkomo. Minim se obi bia onso odibegya.
Asempa FM.
Oh, I mean ate I you do akra mo na mukra platform here. Na ente obi. Mo ye aduma.
Esa ye na be pass it through pa.
Oh, meba.
Eso ye na be pass it through. Sega ayala de otumi be ma ro abe yes kafisi na pa no wadwane ko.
Ayala de say akra ho de ho ye ne dia.
Obedru anu afro ba okwa on froda obeti ana ese okumase
o senko okonso esenga mo humu nanka money card no de ba o
so no oni mebi oni na ma ayala de oti
pati ndi munya juma nyamisha mo
okay nyamisha on so ti ye nua Christian edu say mo a mo share Facebook live no obe say nimfoni ene da ho kama pa in fact when sports no he understands the game say odie awremo pa unfortunately Frank Jam line no high kakra ni nyane so ono no e Germany and then no your lines no edi ehwamo pa e wo fia in fact it take you some time omo follow show no be say na ye face that challenges no ba nyame adoma yetimi wruamo kakra engineer hwenim say that sende ebetimi enya empenfo mienu na womonso adin awramo satam ne de onum se na ipia na ba na wieye na fe ye bedomo asuko adimo nkomo ahwese senkra ena enomanso ebesifa akono eye Asempa 94.7 FM ena wasungusu awutie no dodo na ena etie dwumadie ajoa eye Liverpool fan wose wotie dwumadie live ewo honoma ono so ede abawramo sanso ena eye enketia med 6 enso chirema nei obepiemo ewo nkran acheso no nso no
Asempa FM
ewo Asempa 94.7 FM so ene anopai achese mede eno nso hihye no mede eno nso ejao ene anopai mamenko na menkenka messages ne kakra ye Facebook page no Asempa 94.7 FM okwa Facebook page na messages no onso betime edo de ede aba coach Vincent Abiu ajoin show no kama enano pay yebedo masuko na fe enkoma epiepie mu na wotwi mu o hwe sedeti a emse ya na di mu ntintima pa ena na eye GFA ene Macron ho sensem senate enano pay yebekum kakra na yahwe I don't know the reason why so ase efe no so no din sa nyame ya doma si ewuram na afi yahwe se eno so common sen ena asifa akodro Daniel Avinu Ediaba or say Asempa Sports you are the best na me show edifi eye obuase eno no ede ebaye Kwajo Kincha enso de abase Asempa Sports no size ena wono so wode ebo ewuremo Kwasi Fred ewo teledata eye adwumakuo no emu Kwasi Fred anopai enchiakase enko emfamao ono so say in fact we enjoy analysis a anope eno so etwegu ne pa enafe eye Randy Kisiedu or say good morning Kobe. Manju was still true. Na say was say United dan nei almost so ebetime etwia fam kama honum eno no so ediaba. Pagas Richie ediaba or see Chelsea the Blues. Chelsea more fire na say ja Chelsea for asono enye ja eda form kra eno no so wode abo ewremo Danladi Bawa ediaba say wo share edi free dodowa. Or say today go be today. There's a boot for boot and EPL no ebetime akoso. But I say Arsenal Osha said that here almost rest for FA Cup. And you know ama and the Arsenal game no a baby be all kakra. Or say Ateta ebe finish Watford na menim baby opese what the FA so said that here I'm say or congratulate Mohamed Salisu sende ononso no etime akopie e Premier League no emu. Eugene Entry Amponsa was Kobe ni anopai obo adwuma pa eno so e dia ba Owusu Steven was a champion Kobe. Good morning. Today today be today. Or die be die. Man you will make it. Watching you live from Eye Nkoko and Owusu Steven one also ede ebaye. Eric Asempa ede abase Kobe Stone good morning or say one also ehwe dwumedie ede free Eye Tema Gulf City ena wachema wahwe dwumedie ede efree ena fe Eye Tuga nso de aba say one also ehwe ede free Eye Odoko or say Man United will pay for or say me sure so person say will play top 4 today. Enti say na wa memwada wo kakra. George Opoku ewo UK was say wo hwedwumedie edi free London share so a wo chema anopai wono so hwedwumedie pa. Enafe Cosmos wono so ewo Mataiko oshemu wo CJ Tokromo a Mataiko udruwa na say Cosmos echema anopai womo so abiemu pa wone eye brokan Enafi
Asempa FM
Pero the great Pero actually say omo nyina so no echema omo so abiema ene anopa dwumedia ekoso no omo nyina so etie bi nyame yadoma yebabrum na afi de ekoso obi anso ye de ho komo enso e de apro manager Vicente Abiu atnase na ye hwese sen ene tiem se o follow Christian komo ne kakra. Coach, good morning. Bibi I fine.
Come in. Bibi I fine. There's Omunya be a nightclub here.
Omunya be a nightclub.
Omunya be a nightclub.
No, a found day.
Oh, say man come say how dem dey can Fridays this Saturday say how na me call. How na me Jimmy.
But a man go for eduma ko fun.
Chale enye small.
Madam for bia che say party.
Yeah, party.
Since ya tumu no. Say our pub will be PM's Lounge.
Yeah, PM's maybe a birthday in happy.
Oggy Road, yeah. Oggy Road, one of the nicest places. How to say in Kedu weekend and then come out for cinema or PM's Neja or more yet your mobile. But since you can't see a tumuno, onze ebimo ebie back door. Onze still now go for ebi kwa no adua ni see anim Neja. De ebie chire wona say amanfo kum kodi agura. But why one person PMs ya tumu no yembie ya abesiende and you know I think said that kind of no ya adwen ebi mo edi omampani hihye ne so.
Oh yes, of course.
Ama nkrofo no o employ mo ho o hwe nipa na yi adwuma ho omo bro 15 ni nyina na so mo nyina kofi.
Yeah.
Oh, I think Messi yebehwe na yehu said it here. Coach na bibia fine there.
Oh, come bibia fine.
And what do nice one. Yeah. Nice one. Yen shanko manasim free last day war premiership no mo said na Christian Frank omo ede ye hyasia no pay no ma yen hyasia o na fe menti on so ode wo ho.
I think say Kobe, I think say another successful season about you here. Normally, Manchester, they won't congratulate Liverpool for. Minim so muti anka Manchester party yen congratulate you and by na dem dey bet to China ma congratulate
dey say obo ma baso
ba ye no mu by standard obo ma baso be nya sanction it's too me congratulate you
but the situation at hand
and they say 30 years my break internet they may break your protocol no
Matthias Yepa
if you go Dominic J Boy any guys need more Liverpool no and then mom congratulations for winning the league omo can some be fa e be more your supporters are omo timi trust and yes omo betting supporters Ghana say you have two type of supporters. There were main supporters and betting supporters. I'm not the place na time no but we more me bomb din there Kofi Goni Dominic Mudia from the one catch him some befa league no in the my break here Manchester Liverpool protocol no congratulations to them but next year we overtake them Manchester United yet in very ye it's because I think it's interesting I think say Abasa side I mean Maka they've done the permutation very well, but as a Manchester fan today, all you are hoping for is to win a game today so that you'll be able to make it to where you're supposed to be. But it's been a very interesting season, tough season, and all of a sudden, Mr. Corona and Mrs. Corona, so shema, changing the face of football, anka jubilation, Anfield no enye no na etimi by empty stadium no I'm a tempo of the game they cry after a certain group of players only few people are enjoying the game. I think it comes to another end, but we should always learn a cue as Ghanaians from it. How do they plan their things and they're able to do things very well. Me sure from sir angle now me sure say boy today against Leicester no what I'll say is we are just hoping we'll pull out a win. It's not going to be easy because Leicester so they have something to protect and they want to make sure once it's a home game for them making sure some of our points in Kobe. All we need to say is kudos to the league organizers and congratulations to them. Ghana as a body, Gaka as a body, FA as a body, I think we need to learn a cue from our predecessors from different countries. I say no, it's a win. It's a win, a hope win for Manchester United and maybe a draw for Chelsea or something. Maybe I don't clear my Kobe.
Okay, engineer say we coaching so there what they urban on tia me aduma be bram na fe ehon komo bia so ye dia bro Asempa 94.7 FM so an assembly waso eguso a wutie no ye bedo masuko na enkomo no dodo na na aka kire but tiwe ye ba hia
Yes, no meto. Inting a 1x bet for me for one dia grow cra. Mo odds no akakra kankwa. Udi na partners. Ne bomb options na ho. Yanum phone nibi. What ka bet in area no. Utumi toy insurance the peso say pa who say we bet ne say ya. Utumi toma company no. Intiko 1xbet.com. Ne creative account say sia.
Akwenhyia wo hoi esida ebetumi aye afidie akwenhyia ana ebetumi aye akoma yare ana emdwodwoe mpo ni awudi kan ye no eho hia pa se yade a wo ankasa wonya akwenhyia ana wo hu akwenhyia
Asempa FM
112 nenya muaye intem every afidie a wode fa ayarefo eno nya akoma toyem efise afidie a wode fa ayarefo bebro ahasa na abagana Fre 112 womre a wapomodin mu ayedin nejewo eni wabusiafo eni wadofo enkwa 112 emwa beba 112 nya hobambo memfre emre a wonhia moa esanse ebetumi ama obi a ohia emwa enkwa efri ninsa ye omambapa
Yeah, Tretre, your number one radio station. Adum 106.3 FM. Atren in Kraba Taimu. Sesaydia, yeah, demu live. Ewo DSTV. Any Go TV so. Every match busume. Nida etosu mensa. Anopano watri kono. Adum FM. Ebe poppy up. Ewo DSTV. And our Go TV program guide. Ubetmieti Adum FM program bia. Ewo DSTV. And our Go TV audio channels neso. DSTV. Air channel 883. In a Go TV. TV channel 196. What DSTV so Adom FM premium, compact plus, family, any access package ne so. And a Go TV Adom FM light value plus, any max. Ain't to say, baby, we are here for nyina. So with DSTV and a Go TV there, ubet me Adom FM programs are who running nyina. Shannon song said DSTV channel 883 in a Go TV 196. Yeah, them live. DSTV any Go TV so Adom FM. Yeah, talk.
At a cost of 15 pesos per message, subscribe and text JF to 8787 to receive SMS news alerts, business, sports and entertainment update from Joy FM, My Joy Online and Joy News, your most credible news source.
Asempa FM.
Taxi driver, man in the hair, me pesemiti Asempa FM. Filling station, man in the hair, me pesemiti Asempa FM. Pop spot, man in the hair, me pesemiti Asempa FM.
Quaristers Moson for Qua Master Prayer Honey Honey, Namuti Asempa 94.7 FM. They say a prayer, now I just so it will be a fee.
Asempa FM 94.7. Asempa FM 94.7.
Okay, enti ahaya Asempa 94.7 FM ena waso egusu awutie no onso betime do de aba but my emfa course kakra English Premier League no said ya eba na wie no ma yene Ghana fonso endi nkomo na afei ene yebo matches a etwa to ye wie a ye besan abetena se na afei nkomo awdo wo no ye de eno so e de abro 0302216545 and 0302216546 0302216545 and 0302216546 na yentie onso de e wo sede a enkomo anope e no afi wi a yatena se na ye de kwasiada. This is what you don't know. Ye de eno so nkomo no ye de abro. Hello, good morning. 030226 0302216545 yana wa shene so e de amame 0302216545 and 0302216546 na I'm saying no challenges in the door so a telephone no menim say etoma ebetime edin komo na fe ya hwese sen ene normal esifa etie. Okay, I'm say still na no normal enko ewo honom ti no yento aso na fe wi a bibia etuto din a na yato aso nso e de ama
Asempa FM.
Okay, enti ma yeni komo no sei ni nyina efa eye Macron ene eye contractor F4 enom ekosan ye na in fact they are sa contract no partnership ne ba so utie F president ne komo awodi a na watchim say embre bia na atwam ananka eduba bia Ghanaian clubs no esu ewo ball ho obehwe na team bako e the boss be say miensa bi pe ene betimi akọ training o hwe ball a omdi training kra eduba bia na e ha adwen na wo se saa days ni nyina no atwam ni nyane say dealer omusan ye enye dealer da form what you say 1.6 million Ghana cedis deal according to FA no one more assign here with a year Macron Ghana nasa Macron Ghana company na nkasa kran so yobeba so Macron Ghana no ene obeka ni ya omo a etie ye enu anopa ewo Insure FM so no Fredachi so e de different ehibi na eba se Macron Ghana na yeti ase wo bibia ni wo say Macron Ghana ne hwan no I think say na a mistake kakra o si nipa de mfom so ho ama akofa nsem bebre ene no so e de eba now yenhwe ball na nkasa Macron for the eba no ball na nkasa no ne quality no senate ye ebetime aboa yen eye bibia eba aboa o share your weather no o share the quality na ewo Africa ha titire peye omemu no bibia ya consider a betimi abeboa apushi ya league no anasese enetie eno na nei mene coach Vincent Abiu eba bedi ho komo oyobi anum se wonim football na nkasa se de tie ene ehon se de ehon sem nyina etie coach once again yenhwe Macron football no wadi akire kakra a follow ball na nkasa said the quality no said the
I think say I think say my dear chief from there mo launch here no I start here me research our ball no ho many few players akasa I think most players are made kasa our players on Italy I think I'm many abas kasa because na team or ball hono no sponsors in the another match and so okay me nya the feel of the boy but no anya the feel of the ball no one catch me and so catch me say for the one catch me no say me janu so because he is a footballer Abbas or Italy and I catch him say former last team or boy no now microphone here sponsor it resign the quality of the boy no show quality ni was true I was true but we catch him say me nya bi da me nya so ebi mu da but we are just hoping say embedu Ghana quality no mukanu and yes a particular quality no normally ball come buy in three different ways buy terminal bonding o say no yes stitchy o say your collaborate no bond here raw no stitches be anihu and I yes our hand stitching ya what the omudi mean sniper sane pam here throughout and I what the omudi machine so these are the three different type of balls I have. Yeah, dear, and we empower here. You joining, and I'm friend terminal bonding, you know. And I have dear, you so don't want man, but we didn't quality things in some of the cars is done by the human hand. Then your moving machine, the palm ball no. Ball any qualities and then no be beside say you study your weather na you answer ball we by behavior na okay say me catch up say ball na your born in correct and ball players no ball na your ball team no your ball last season your ball our premier no na a rubber ball na a rubber outer near rubber into ball over ball about the qualities are who the outside now I share the inside into o share their ball on the quality say flight control any sign of dependability, durability, and how soft hunia ultimate far. Your boss is your boss, and it's a titi bola, your boboa, who's or pain pa, but I said, no, send on my design layers, no, and tisa, who shut their music, the Omni Ball 2019 Afcono, the Omni Ball 2019 Afcono, Ombro, and I saw Ombro no for a Neuro Pro ball model, no, sa particular ball, no, it's approved by FIFA, it's a high quality football for high quality games. The same ball, no, Fishes say. Tajan microfiber omudia ye ehunu asana say durable asana say true flight dependability. That is one of the qualities into ball where no I think say in the no once someone launch it and some release it I don't know exactly when they are going to release it.
There is a contract in our sign
but here products now as well. Who say that is a problem. Never by a boss. No, since I'm coaches, any players on your few coaches say, "I'm sorry," and yes, about you by winner, you start to complain. So, from me, sources from the human research I'm here from Nkofano and Omama Bobby Daddy, they are saying say it's a good quality ball. But I have seen different type of balls, and coming you one that kakra. You need Puma deal. I don't know what is happening, whether you cancel sad deal no. Because I can say ball boy Puma their PSC no. The Omudi ball La Liga no. One of the best balls that we see. It means say you Puma. And I say any Puma cancel deal no. But between Micron any Puma there's no way I'll go for Micron as although I'll go for Micron. Especially the latest Omudi ball La Liga, no, which is well designed, which even grips to the feet of the players, no. There's no way I'll go for. So I don't know why they are confusing us. They should officially tell us maybe Puma ni hobium, and I will also back at the ball pair back. But I don't know why we can have two companies who produce.
We know we share contractor FN no one sign now. We share contractor FN no one sign now. Premier League no ena omo be provide ball at their Premier League, FA Cup and Women's Division.
Okay.
What you say? And o share said na omo kana say Puma na the Premier League na no omo sign official
football
contract bia say bia omo na provide football and as BB. I don't know. Yes, you know I think say we no more specific say product no ebeko ediama Premier League, MTN FA Cup, NFA National Division 1. And even a mano
into no juvenile teams.
Well, specifically
okay, it's coming. Once we are bringing in this ball, no, we should look at the walls. Say, what sort of balls are they playing? I don't have much problem with ball, but the ball need to draw. Now you quality, na quality ni was raw. So when I mention say football be a ball, we are seeing own Jabolani no. Jabolani even changing the behavior kakra. Omuko another stadium was the same South Africa. Whether need to be affecting the ball behavior. So I think that like you asking, have we considered all those factors? As I this our balls but once they've signed, we have the ball. We should even know say they no more launch. You know, I don't know say. My new launch hobby, but Minister Kobe is all right. Did they talk about the quality of the balls? Omutre 5 omudi say 5 layers, so 2 layers, so say bled and omutre sa qualities na. Sa qualities ni here. Also, among sign there no administrative no. They should know what they are signing. Ya ye ball no, and ya ye use ball no. Omutimi say this is the behavior of the ball. It was speed, it was spin. The fastest ball, I think, still remained the 78 ball of Moody Ball World Cup. And a ball, it was spin pa. Every year, I think Jabolani was spin pa. Into ball comes with different qualities.
Yes, ball be a quality. Ball be any expect you or man see a kasi a ball be a quality. Ne bet me up why a league no. Ne bet me up why a football no or memoir. Ball be na send it here.
And I mean ball qualities no. We share material mudi and I mean say bladder e wo mo na your ball a bladder wo mu is it a baller a bet me else or being so Bob you one so to I bet you so no now my born behavior assistant it's Emma Mikabaku say your friend will be outer case durability and your friend will be accuracy any top flight dependability. These are the qualities of the ball 2019 AFCON ball now on use it's a boss in the narrow and on EPL anyway uses here upper strong and na France uses here and catch us Spain you see Puma Sisia and you say where a new company a company a check but on the product in shada and common our market
no I say we know some contract na per sample price okoto.
Why should I buy a sample? Because money natural
different. Before sample near them price okoto.
Why should I go and buy the sample? Money natural Ghana football talent, right? Ghana for team no. Only in Pillow. You understand? In Pillow Sports. They brought about 80 balls for sampling. You understand? And a second division team, they brought about 80 balls for sampling. Say, Ubesha ball no, now my ball no. Now Santa Cruz the recommendation. Yes, it could be a top class ball or my Sanya Maninya, but say ball I feel na me tongs winner. No, when you want to buy products from big companies, I'm telling you, say you should be able to get some of the products. My room. So if you are going to buy the sampling, then come where are we heading towards to?
Contract in Hong Kong. Now, face as my American about said that born a woman every cry say Okotono. Obetias Richard Kwame, I'm saying interview the cabo had it on a Yenua can come and a year. Or no air customer for the Mama Macron for no. Yinti no answer. Yete
in Seminole and then an answer Bobo at the Eba. And so you two Yanamo Kakra. But the enemy said
Asempa FM.
Third party agent, a friend is Suleiman and Karim. I don't know, oh, pretty. As would be, I think I've read our pretty sports where at Fete Kumati, I would be a rotating free any of the sports manufacturing entities need be a hormone. I don't know Tom Mark or Norma or no, any GFA time agreement, but in yet a free micron direct Ghana.
Sir, Ghana Football Association official communication. I'm saying the Ghana Football Association has signed an agreement with kits and football manufacturer Macron Ghana as the official Madball sponsor. Naturally, say, Obia or no Nabian store bills, Obian, you know, no of Macron Bano. On nothing aside deal, no Macron for no aside deal.
Right, I know the unknown names are man. Yes, thank you, but unfortunately, because now it's me finding out from my boss. Said because earlier, no, look, I'm imagining what a school 70. It was school map. Final year, the university will prepare for exams next week. If the boss go and send me, mark on official Twitter and to the announcement due to our master, and it said, mention. The difference between the GFA assign and the Macron and so these are many other entities and so assign and I'm interested. But the deal is not coming from Macron. Now already know you know my tell me check to Mukakra. You need crabs in this negotiations. Now yes, we had the package in the Tena, because I'm not what in TV crabs in a bayadi. For sports. Basically, the consent of clubs. Said in another point,
Asempa FM.
Offer the class of high sense for more multi charge of duties, you know. Now, brand high sense, they will move for the company. The same thing, you seek to achieve the class. And in that, you say, is the Tachuma 11 wonders. I will see you again and start. In who was social media and a portal is almost any deal with Micron. And you could see one and you do who this guy called Suleimana. In the upper consultation and a Katai. Emma, the other Nika, you down to Sunyane, have a meeting for sports, or a commercial partner for West Africa for Michael. Yeah, until in Cambium. And also, all the deeds I know are saying in Anna, there's nowhere with Micron. Say, why announce that Micron are sending any DVR with any entity. In January, I see GFP, to be frank, the boss, a shocking, and say, how on earth, maybe a GFP best deal with Micron, no, who Micron official. If it's a Micron crown from Italy, across you, but I went to me, a Italian company, or more members, because the marketing department for an Italian embassy ever representing Micron. The baby uncle so horrible, and he checks how quickly in our notice, Nadia, a direct deal. Name the third party agent. Right, I didn't say, Abia no bit me. I didn't know bit me. Abia, or take advantage of the GFP, adding a more deals. Now, what more replicas? In at the end of the year, no one anticipates so bit me any other benefit and pay off the GFP. There's nothing wrong with that, but the GFP beggars on Micron, I signed a direct deal party. And yes, an agency called Galaka, Galaka, and I signed that deal 3 years ago. This is the same third-party agency agreement with Marco de Tanzania. So how do we work any business? And 3 years as a normal said I'm Manuel or the Abahas or the Namu Emiki, and I'm not on the class Ghana consortia. He said, the moment we say. The rightful person to deal with another entity, not to deal with, for sports consultants. In this, we don't have anything wrong, but a Ghana for a Ghanaian institution of high reputation. And if you think a due diligence, Ebekoso, and Sana said, crown over to the attorney.
As I'm no Macron
Asempa FM.
Daddy, what do you hope? Comarcon handle is here on Twitter. The latest update official announcement. One French club or my qualifier or mono my kid sponsorship deal. And or my and happens to Mayo, FC Mayo, or Monso de El Hodmo, and a sporting city from Portugal. About 16 hours ago. And in your mom make it official announcement. Or put a cocoa check for the past 3 months. Galaka started signed in the name of Marco and Marco and Sunny deserve. So we're going to start RTUD and everyone that's our more. And yes, I say.
And coach, Sena beginning no start here so and we Richard Kwekwaje ono ewo full sports ne according to omona represent Macron for ewo Ghana ha. Enti nka bibi beba omona nka ese e form so na eba. Onse o kan nyina na o kan ne boss ne Christopher Antono na tiono so ne de kakra.
Ghana for all kinds of done or muti into onam no ye de ofe. So te asi.
Asempa FM.
Acronym hohi. So what did they make a huge editing opportunity with Ghana FE. Sama from Matna Italy. Oh maha. Oh that's right. Francesco be bad the sign at the Iti na oko mu Twitter feeder. O say be o man say be official no ko. Na me me commercial partner TV ko ate GFP ko akoto promowa. Me na me discount here. Ameti o ama. Me no Macron for that for no krampo sample no omoton. Sample kra omoton. There is no free thing from Macron. Sample kra omoton. Nti no mama yi discount no. Nti no one pa unya. Nti born back on okoji your debate no otoye. They don't reach free of charge. Many Francesco Kasai and what ye discuss here ni say. Onye no juma. Onyam plesi order via AB obe plesi order. Nti o plesi order fine. Yes, you plesi your order any ni na juma. Only say commercial partner no no get different as dealer. Nti no so no ton jisi ama as good for obeton jisi na mo but price or the be mo no any ye different there. You not continue to do whatever I call you. But the fact is, you know, you come be promised. One you need capacity, no. Because
Eti coach, Adena ateki another Swift ninya ne say enra Fredachi edo de bebo mu no ena ama ase adwene ni mu aye prekesen kakra tie Fredachi zo
let me get to the difference. Macron Ghana, much of Macron Ghana. Maybe I'm in communication. They want to sell. They no, you are a journalist. How many times now we can send from 9 o'clock or 12 maybe one on from an RCBB, NC, and so you admit it was a mistake. It could be. I mean, these things are, but maybe now the detail of it.
Asempa FM.
Yeah, Kobe, I think we are becoming a laughing stock. You understand? Kobe, say standard global way of doing things, no. Ghana penny do I to say their money are different. It's in some age to say Ghana on carry us in bloom. Ghana and carry us in bloom. I say I dare be a year and say me quiet me than it. Now I can say oh yeah, there's a mistake. Your prophet said typographical error. Oh, Yama Bessina can say typographical error. Whilst elsewhere they don't do such an error. Look at the FA per se. The FA is not just an ordinary institution, and it's not just a small institution. Over Ghana, it's one of the bodies. Ekitani who take a decision our man for life. So, if this is what is happening, and even as at now, it is not an official handle of a company now or near Saya Deno. Then what should say they no born in the background as a particular born. Then a chess born in the background as a particular born in the first place. Then a chess born as a particular born. So when they rep and companies are moving for new and we sign a contract as if you kidnap you and sign a contract, you know. So I'm telling you that this is one of the worst things. The way it's going, it's very disgraceful. Because why do we sign contract?
But if NGD say was sign contract with company or you credible, just say a train seminar banner we can, and as at now, coach say Kasawahi officially FNN Sambe can be and then sign and papa. Say the cano say no crana say no cre and on we achi and no executive council member I could discount watch him say it could be say if you are not mistake be nearby or much
yes it couldn't be, you understand. I'm coming to multimedia. There's Hit FM, there's Joy FM, so I couldn't enter the studio here now Kasaka Krano about Hit FM. Let me Kasaka Krano catch us say a mistake na me here. Was look all over the world, you trust some power, Hanu. You get it. At that level, we have lawyers, we have committees, we have everybody. So how do all those top people, not ordinary people, who commit such blunders or mistake? Are they saying we are seeing social media, on every network? No, come on. It's not about how happy we are. Say maybe there's a kettle who wants to make a difference. So once you bring something, we can talk about it. But Jami says, Sisiano, how do we do such a mistake? Into what is the responsibility of all the executive committee members and other people? What are their responsibilities? Their responsibility is to protect our interests. We are to say engineer, we are to say mechanic. For the way doctor, I had surgery. Now I just sikaya na tau LOBM. Now Obeka say a mistake. Come on, it's only here. It's only here.
What's a mistake?
David, at the highest level, let me tell you something. At the highest level, almost I met me about word, nobody wrong. You understand? But medical words, you're wrong. And now come medical school. Now who draw there? Young people who draw a dear. Who draw? Who the follow which you call primary school? You draw there. You draw. Who don't say who Tracy? You understand? So when there's a mistake, then accept the day Dr. Libes had mistake. You should also have a mistake. That is a human world. That is why any people back when they take a decision. And who try there? You better pass it. Say I have more producers, more co-writing, more auditors. Say obi trust story here. Obi besa show me. Why do we do that? You understand? So something that will come out to the public domain, you are not under any pressure. Say, they na mu launch here, Saturday na nese mu launch. I cannot dear. You understand? What are mistakes? What are mistakes? Mistake makes me happy on driving, but because we are more defensive as a driver, no? So that you minimize it. So are we under any pressure? Born you cry and not china na ebebo. It is a deal ni ba. Yet me transi, mo lawyers transi, experts transi, or more money more mo cry transi. Na se ba ku cry na ebeto ebeti mi ato aba. Na farmer or more border. Maybe senior players or more league that no more recommendations. Actually, ball na your boy no come. Every year be a World Cup baller. I mean some of them World Cup baller. Or release my players. Until last time don't go no ball ku call boy. Na who say Charlie ball na come. You understand? So what is a mistake? And I'm catch as a Ghana
but coach, you actually say a bit me about say a company like Macron. Say a company, in fact,
about 49 years.
About
49 years.
1971.
Yes, about 49 years.
And I established here.
Yes.
Freestyle time no, almost provided a bit to say, share number of employees 230.
Yeah.
And share multi-brand stores over to say 900 and remember say 800 plus.
Yeah, it is true. But
Macron stores.
But maybe say that ben out Macron.
There may be say a company like Omu.
Yeah.
Maybe a Ghana Hana. Yeah, nese Ghana hakran omo ne 11 wonders ne few.
There's no problem about that.
I sign deal. Into a company like this, na say F no a chan trompa. And I say a mistake in pa. Do you think say almost better now up to now? Almost can be found.
Who loses more? Two sides. Who loses more? Who say voice back or by no? Okay, say in conformity more franchise. So that means there's a company between them and those people. So I can say in conformity more franchise. Also, as I can say, it's not even up to now on the official handle. Ghana FA yes more FA. Niger Munisa countries from more if you cry on you understand? Principles are told me Crawford this is where we are. So if it's that since I can say maybe it could be a mistake. And I mean just say
it could be a mistake maybe a Macron Ghana na you paint you outside you say oh there's difference between Macron and Kasa
and Macron Ghana. But Macron Ghana every subsidiary of Macron and Kasa and yes
Macron and Kasa according to Biatino omuna assign deal no but just say Macron Ghana on paper and yakwen Macron Ghana but I say na maybe say Macron for Yankasa say do you think say no cry can be almost on my out in my yanti so much so jagu every phone so and answer bibisa.
Oh, that's what I'm saying, sir. I'm looking at our side. How we couldn't do due diligence, and we couldn't do say through the article say at the Toronto communication. It's me a mistake. And I'm catch say me how we have to minimize the mistakes because it's me a mistake. I'm letting me buff for crab and any micron. We back up for Bob me actual micron the room. I also want to see that me can say. From your side into some side no comment here. I don't know about that. I don't know their club policy. I don't know their company policy.
Your side no FNS was signed deal with Macron.
And there's no problem.
Correct deal.
And there's no problem.
But a children some na on say for sports for na mo abe confusing for. Because say no mo no HS mo na mo ye Macron for rep.
Yeah.
It is a bibi baba kra no mo na ebe form.
Ebe form so yeah.
And according to Omono, Nipa or sign contract to Suleiman Amono, Salmo Amone F for the sign. Omo Yankophobia, Omoton.
Omoton, dealers.
And every Omo Cofantin said, I yet Omo no be confusing system ni sisi ano.
Omo confusing shi. Omo boy na yen hwe de be na abo man no. Me use the word confuse no. The word confuse be say maybe the omo kan shadanye. But some official rapper it's quite dicey. And now we see a rap another country. Onye Ghana ni and or another franchise maybe also kaso the big Tanzania. It's funny say we see another rap but onye rap or Ghana. Maybe a rap of Nigeria now Benin. Only I do no. But if that is the case, no, I think say it doesn't sound well. It doesn't sound well. Maybe come back to it could no. And when I have my say I cheer of all people in South level back I say it could be say mistake because franchise we have them.
What you say mistake there mistake?
That come on in this world we need to minimize mistakes. I'm telling you. Come you know why? Come my new example.
Mistake.
What they from more Scandinavia countries no. What from more Scandinavia countries. Now my neighbor Sweden specific.
Okay.
It's 100 over 100 or nobody buys your product. Tiranika because it's 100 over 100. If it's 99, nobody buys your product. It's okay Sweden a dear friend, a dear fake. Obanya biwa and then if they buy in small quantity. But what they produce, their Volvo, their cars and everything. When you've used a Swedish car, even second hand, you see what I'm talking about. So countries are trying as much as that is why the Scandinavia is growing so fast. Why do we always keep on accepting say mistake? That is why we even kill people at the hospital and we see say it's a mistake. That is why we call surgery. You know why? They don't put one doctor because you say you say nipa baako. Only say nipa research say it means ascend more than 50 minutes. So shall be idea let after 50 minutes you can your waste. The entity that call to say surgery room about to say specialists maybe 2 other doctors any nurses who say nipa baku you then operation nipa to say 6 as account obi o how me ode ohwe onu fa tools nu obi o ha ohwe se be ja bibi wo nipa ni yemu ana obi o onu so na kan or the cutting 10 e baaye it's a cutting na ya yusumu ye kan na do 10 na e so mo hwe nipa ni yem say maybe I'm just do na say case be apie it go be what I'm saying is those people are there to represent us and they have subcommittees and other things. So documentation and due diligence Minister Keta embassy bebre contacting the Italian embassy and other things to find out it's not a difficult thing for him. The position in which he is and the knowledge in which he has in the game. Into the Amimi Chen say if all this have started happening ya share ya no the ball bia ba no the macro bia ko bon na enye sa ball no on my way ya man no ko ya man no you know what people can do you understand we know what people can do you get it the whole thing aspect Ebani say if we continue to do things this way there's no way we're going to progress. Because ball will crowd back for competitions and other things without looking at it. I'm a pandemic catcher said media busy about quality new okay. It's meaning they said they're constantly say the board be metro micro spelling you wrong. Me I can say never kuna wait you know.
Now I never ko esa wo me say mama nka tie for say na lines nem why na ka see timi kom na ye ne mpanifo di ho nkoma akra but free an opana be sisa be said their telephone lines no hardware no intime my but coach o share another debate samba contract no ho say Macron for no official bia mfiri ho amba
and we are too bothered anymore.
And no, you are too bothered anymore. Yes, and I like say, say that other people say, and we are too bothered. If you say, oh, say you are too bothered, moi, because it's minya, ebia,
Italian embassy, because embassy, your mind.
Na komo baho, na omo sa in some will be razia. Who saying?
Yes, I think so.
Because said okay, you are too bothered.
You are too bothered.
Obia,
I'm on the private jet, Baba.
Obia, unko Obia.
Nay, according to him, says he's young for to me, but it's only private jet, Baba. Come on the lighter side, I think so. Your global standard, idea. You understand? As you see, I ye bibi or UK. Now, on me Baha, I think said the embassy represents you. The embassy is actually a country in a country. And on my be embassy where we come to be protecting because maybe affect you or my affect or mine. And I think say we have seen a lot of so because I think say me too say panic say somebody could have represented, but nipa no buy no fani say onu na ye omo main rep
when he deputy Asempa FM Macron the otina mu ema the contract in the course of Omokasa every day now.
Yes, so I think that there's nothing wrong. I'm not assuming say multimedia has but some direct me can say who co-represent particular program way. But when the programs director, but they can select you. And with the official in multimedia and I use say Kobe, we are presenter, but today we are going to represent this particular team because maybe a Jumane away soon also. But I mean couple say pressure crying yes to say bebo born next month. And ya the mama example. It's where you to your bossy. I don't think say it's too much to us. It's whether somebody came from the embassy, you know, maybe club no I point you be say you go and represent us. You understand? It is our capacity, no organization here. Okay with that, but Kobe Ademi can say why this back and front is only in Ghana. Yes, I idea back and front. And your football pro, you never be brave over Guantanamo be 4 by and that is the political side. And I'm going to say you're there on Maya, island. Your global standard in fashion juma. Sometimes say companies assign deals, teams assign deals off season way. Because somebody must do due diligence before paper ni beba. Before adeni bedu FA president ni wakrano ya dada. You understand? So you should have a team. But say they be saying na intokwa beba correct and you correct. Why do we even waste airwaves discussing what they've gone to sign if things are done properly? And I'm going to say on my way pet you be check COVID fund in Sembebahu. You be Jessica way FIFA grant in Sembebahu. Other countries like Senegal on which Jessica say it's because we are not open and transparent and we are not being professionals. Come on, there are too many square pegs in one hole. Come are the kind and easy. On contract kind. It's a check it. You need to sign contracts no. You know what they did? Don't ready. They be quite against Ghana no. So our contract near about 400 something pages. Only don't hear. I'm going to share about 350 honum. And only baby we sign contracts no. You sign contract no baby a pap wo. Mbashe biki. Omo kind contract in man kruba no we see here. Ya kind sana party ni bossu enumi bossu fani say or party honum enumi bossu na ye the paper too na girls ni twem into omo kan dey no omo ka chen so president ya kan bibia we bibia the din and I call sign here later no we say omo di bibia shemido it's contract word no like IQ to IQ brain to brain it's say only obi omo what time they can read through now with their back near my lawyers they can through say hey you who come away should English word, one word changes the whole paragraph. So any other boys we not paper we glance through contract, we study contract, we read through contract and sign. Until you need people who can sit down and read, not just one person, 2, 3, 4 people. They read, you go through very well. That is why someone saying consultant. Say, you have to look at the project for us. We're going to pay you for your time. So it's not easy doing certain things, but all the time over here we are in the confusion about. So this is just we are just confused now because who is telling us the truth? Sanity business as here, they can't do this business without him.
Yeah.
They can't do it without him. Say, honestly eligible, we can't do it without him. Exporto. Kofi Poku Sobekaya. When they say Kofi Poku export to won't be far back Ghana without Kofi Poku. Those days, do you know that? No, you understand? So there's no way I can go and buy a set of exporto jerseys, but semi penny bulker. Me pe bibia odi be for nusu no na contacting crofo na ma
and how the finance strike cra
strike met me akofaba
without chipsa
you understand, unless the protocols of the company has changed.
And do you think say if you know e dey on prepare and as someone said share contract ni mu yie and ama dia ye hu nyina eba SCC
from in some ayetiti no say no kra and omo pentama sign. I don't know who we want to impress. That is the question. All we need say Ghana football beko ye. O say President Kabibi say nanko for you shoot 3 balls. All we are hoping said Sanya when you wear the team of the past. They got an all training grounds at least. Yeah, in your 10 minimum of 10 balls and for the better training. The positive side is good, but say in some way, Babana, we can say. And I think say it's an indictment on the FA. Esadi bibi bataya ho. And Amamika bibi chao. Saki the corporate world. Saki the corporate world to come into our sports. With a little sponsorship now in Gaddafi, sometimes when you call, they tell you, say, we don't want to associate with your brand because your brand is associated with crime and no good names. If the FA people will tell you, they'll tell you they're not getting things comfortable when they go to the companies. You understand? Yeah, try say as much as possible. No, Kobe, you be making sure say, you be any more companies name. Yes, same way, and because I want the boss. But this is where any sample crying to me. So do you know what it means? That means
I don't know. On say born and yes, sign contract. There was one ball or sample or what? Omuchia yeah, daho. Somebody say contract there also. Bakuda no betre. But you must give a sample. All the missions is here no. Now, all the missions is here no. Na ga opese. Ga opese. Oh, obudi ba mi so mma Baku. Ana mi so Baku dey end of the betre. By your point is here no. Who say fe na be resume. Maybe obudi my say president will is here. So my boss na yembo anka na mi ba no maka cho say kobi. Mi saka ball no Baku. And maybe it's you small post Macron back so metokra available. But if you don't give samples, Nyamawe can send me to t-shirt be. You understand? Because I'll buy a large quantity. Only say I'm going to sample as much as 50 nearby. If you say man talk ramanyata 50 meshe. You understand? I'm going to samples by Nyamawe mission. Gaddafi the call outside. Everyone had the sample no marche. You understand? So I don't know why I come to catch no my sample and then policy in front of you. But we see me fear me say if this continue, human error will continue. No, you never macro in your macro. You never bobia. You never Newton and you never printing. You the stamp of the boss. So now starting board some particular about board. So it's all about we as people. Say we should minimize the error. We should eliminate error. That is why you are being paid for. People who commit error are people who don't earn salary on what they do and they feel they are doing it for somebody. But once I come to multimedia and they give me something, I must deliver. I shouldn't come and sit here. Me too, Papa. So I'm Maja Coach, Kurt administration no. Administration Ankasa started Juma few months ago no. Obe rating is o share nyoma ekoso and I mean still changing the game. But who is saying?
No, I think it's still too young an administration. I think they came in officially November. I think they came November. They won the election and came in November. They've done the first 8 months. In between the first 8 months, so born is start here. If you say be kicking off now, coronavirus.
But still, there's pressure on them.
No,
so sponsorship.
There shouldn't be pressure on them. You understand? Because you have your plans, you have your system. Say, can't say or quantify league nature. How much worth is our league? It tells you say he has an idea of exactly what to do. If you are taking the people's pressure, and I'm going to say you are away by 2 face. Baku here it's a disadvantage. Only say Baku now it's advantage more administration, you know, where you can sit down and do the administrative work and come forward. Okay. And I mean catch you say
disadvantage, you know.
And Ajaya league no
stop your
league no. But advantage you say,
you know,
behind the scene no. Since I am league so the actually said that it's before October no. Say we started the next week October. Now before October we announced say Ghana Premier League is maybe $1 million in Daso. You understand? Say I am media rights. This is every time you catch yourself, microwave pressure and you because born you cry, the bear na yam born or china. You best start here, because president cry release here officially. Is here the everybody a criminal boy? You bet me at you. But so much yam born is how you and you understand? It's here crying here, boy. Sisia you mean ya because say ya saya. Be bet me see. More of America and other companies and a form of stress. So there might be multiple companies who even want to come on board. And maybe we say Fox Bay we a friend say on Bay South tournaments now. I think say on year was second day no waffle no. Now Fox for buy. On him say the start time
zombie was a waffle tournament.
A waffle tournament no. Oh say we had a long contract. First squad coming because they wanted our market. That's what sometimes you don't even sign a longer contract if the money is not really huge, so that another person will be attracted to come in the next few years. Our clauses were more betting at terminating. He had in the 8 months no on disadvantage case here. I did starting or the turning and a bar. Then at the same time no administratively no let me catch us on COVID no I have seen it more of a blessing to us than a curse. That is why I only hope say yes sure money will be Edinyama bafom but etnyama ya starting I restart I reorganize me for and be able to organize a lot of things. So administratively they can sit behind and do the things, put things together. So before we come back in October, say Obikacho sponsorship now one country now by September ending. Before the league, one announces say Sisiano, the winner of the league takes 500,000 home. What will we say? So we say no.
Okay, now say me tie dia wo kana see ye pa dia. So be kase corporate sponsorship bra. And as say be a wo fa kroma ye kan radio show ada you be kase league no F4 no corporate sponsorship. Omo yes omo ntewe
we go ejuma
no mo nyesa underground work
no speaking to the companies doing everything
so the companies na kasa
only companies na kasa
na ba ko na be omo sign contract here no so dey asem
and we catch us say Asempa no let's take it from two angles because we say assembly nya nukra and you different nya nukra kakra and nya nukra but say nukra e say the debt e bomb one against the companies no work room ha I get in the two pictures. And then catch us say, "Yeah, born in ya." Let's look at it. Let's look at it very well. My prayer because I actually say, "Sisi Ayaba studio, microphone ni nye juma. Show it to me, okay? Interest technicians ni my alternative. And you bet me
telephone nye juma so still I say of course.
Say now what try telephones. It's not going, it's not coming in. But show me cost. But with signing of contracts no, and your mandate to say sign now or china no microphone bu befu. That is the point I present what you said. We don't need to rush and start committing errors. I'll rather delay. Mamika Bibicho, Omo Matra Japan will tell you. Japan is one country. Omo Bear project. Omo project about it is 12 years. Omo to be the 8 years STD project no. No more the 4 years rather as a project no. All their bridges and things you see. That is what they do. So that is what I learned from Japan. So Japan will not do projects. Onyaka so akati sword baby. They do all the studies. Engineers, you better see soil. Only man contact your road, no. You must bring expert to test the road. No man say road no after 10 years no. Toko baba. Into your potholes never no. Estatifia here. Into your test soil na. Now say soil no. Say compatible. Aside the granite in Yamane Gusu. We don't do that. So finally the road enters. So everything you do, even pitches are yes krano. Omu studies. Ube to two from Ube to two the 5 corners of the pitch, side, ni center. This as a pitch is our Ghana prior test soil no. Into pitches in the Ohanyese play and also into as much as we want to sign the contract no. I don't think say we would kidnap say more sign or china no pay. I don't think some of this are clause we say ochina no pa ye ko company bet me akasa o me ni wakasa but me ma 3 months after 3 months one ba mas ya sign contract be sign and say gada if you sign contract with say microphone na grace period say after 3 months one sign contract now enu che say ya be conclude say won pay inti ye no ntiasi boom inti fani say ye ma wo mu so 3 months na 3 months na so a enu so e wo hono ba almost steady within 3 months almost me steady at any year na it's not about just jumping to social media now go fast start it with start to be some question cry whether anti-keto what keto what do we benefit. We don't benefit anything. What we want to benefit, sir, like we got your last week, we want to see more kudos, rather producing more kudos. Then we get more money. Then we chop more money. We are on borrowed time. One day we are dead and gone. Where's Kofi Apia today? you understand? One day we are done. We are dead and gone. It's Kofi. Why are we in a rush? Why do you want to answer people? We can't. What they call shop. Mankrofaka say Kofi can waton. Any problem? What we now need to do? Yeah, can't be said. Nipa
Pierre.
Pop the NPA no and then BBO. Then they be not go for excursion. But the same people were saying he couldn't buy a car. Why do you know somebody's plan than the person of the plan who can you shop? Now by think of Kobe wa Tony Kanu or Cousin Crabba boy easy. What Tony Kanu now so the before giddy. What they call to near the Canaba. Moving out do her now break it down. So it's not about what the people are saying, but finally no come out. Only there many beji that should be your league winner maybe better about $1 million. Now second afa to say no. Now people call relegation crown or they about 100,000 they call relegation. You understand? So one day if there is a cat one kasa another administration and kasa I know we I think I will be happy say your person you responding to critics. Who are critics? They are rather directing your path. Who can say about how you don't get bash, but then also my reply will be that because sometimes rebuttal now the money okay. So you are becoming better when people criticize you. Come on, you need the sun and the rain to make food. For photosynthesis you need water and the sunlight before you can get food. So for criticisms, it makes you a better person. Okay. So there's no need to rush anything. Let's sit down and make sure say everything is done well. And finally, let football be the winner, not any individual, not Coach Abu, not anybody, but let football be the winner. Say that should be a ball. Now you niaji in call our ball. He say 30. Obi our ball Abu or Ghana. Then we say there was an administration or this anyama we buy. You who toy and I say Sakra boy your koto ball a cost club owners pa. For the say who to 150 ball.
Football they no any balls.
Money balls. It's funny say ball baku
no any ball. Team here no any
meter baku home 2500. Okay. Baku so until Kobe. Ninya say muntu omugwasi. We shouldn't be under pressure. As for the people who talk, 30 million. It is about 30 million in a day. You get confused. Stay focused. Our philosophy, our mission say before I live 4 years or 8 years. You funny say 4 years or 8 years. You could do the two. 4 years here automatic. Before you leave, one day, let's all remember, say there was a Keto Kreko administration that changed the face of Ghana football for us.
Okay, and made us say, Coach Vincent Abiu, Kwasiade Bia out in Enka Awajumedi. So, Coach, me a grateful sentence no overkine Emma Yadijumedi Ebaso. Na William Bossman, our Ghana Football Association, one also say Uchiapa. Oceano pay wa enjoy o submission no nanaba enso say o Belgium ono so ehwe dwumedie kanji enso chirema de bia no o hwe etie kwesiada anopa bia o se enchie nkoma Coach Vincent Abiu Moses Kisi enso ede ne dia base ono so ehwe dwumedie pa enso ehonom enafe eye kwesi danso ono so ehwe bi eho kama sabre de emrena so bebo awrom na fe Dr. Poku Edidiaka ena so Thomas Doche morning and confirma onso o hwedwumedie bi Kwadwo Oben Junior bi Freedom munyina no mo Facebook live yede enkomono so yede efa nyamenka ho na wonyo kese Sule Man Yusuf Suleiman Yusuf ono ne technician nano pay oguso ebo adwumaden yeguso hwe se enoma ebetom sedia nanka esitimi tom fache se ne yentimi ama wonso amfre ambe join show no lines no edi hwamopa emresim yedidi aka enso ebepro midin ede Cobblestone writer amenyo enebo chidom se producer coach Vincent Abiu anope bedasi yakram